Greetings, true believers. Wait, no. Wrong. Channeled Stan Lee there for a second. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Side Splitters. As always, my name is Andy, and this is, what's your name again?
Alright, that was cool. Alright, you know what? I'm going to follow through. I'm Lyle.
Alright, and we are joined with a special guest of
Fresco!
And we here today have a mission, people, and that is to give you stitches. We're going to do that here with our special holiday episode.
It's to leave you with stitches. Why would you want to give someone stitches?
It's awfully violent for this time of year.
We are going to force funny.
God.
And here's force funny and take kidneys.
You can't. Alright, he tried, guys. Time for the real intro. Hello, welcome to this year's edition of the Side Splitters Christmas episode. My name is Lyle.
And I'm Andy.
I'm Fresco!
And our goal tonight is to leave you in stitches. What's up, guys?
What's happening, Lyle?
Oh, you know, having merriment, making candy cane weapons,
hating children,
having somebody else wrap their own presents.
Yeah, it's the Christmas episode. It's here, finally. God, let's just get it over with.
Is you.
But before we do that, we are going to get into something real quick. We're just going to do the NFL scores. We're not going to make picks this week. We're just going to go over last week's picks and determine who the winner was. You know, so we'll just do that real quick and get that out of the way so we can get into all the Christmas joy. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first up we had the Rams at the Seahawks. Andy picked the Rams. I picked the Seahawks. Seahawks won. Next up we had the Dolphins at the Jets. Both picked Dolphins. Dolphins won. Then we had the Browns at the Bills. Andy picked the Bills. I picked the Browns. The Bills, in fact, won. Next up we had the Lions at the Giants. Both picked Giants. Giants won. Eagles and Ravens, both picked Ravens. Ravens won. Bengals and Steelers. Andy picked Bengals. I picked Steelers. Steelers won. Colts and Vikings. Andy picked Colts. I picked Vikings. Colts won. Packers and Bears. Both picked Packers. Packers won. Titans and Chiefs. Both picked Chiefs. Chiefs lost. Titans won. Jaguars and Texans. Andy picked Jaguars. I picked Texans. Texans won. Saints and Cardinals. Andy picked the religious Saints. I picked the religious Cardinals. The religious Saints won.
Get you some.
49ers and Falcons. We both picked the Falcons. The Falcons won. By a lot. But don't you get you some me. Saints and Cardinals, the score was 48-41.
Yeah.
That's close.
You would say it was a miracle that the Saints won it all.
Oh!
Patriots and Broncos. We both picked the Patriots. Patriots won. Raiders and Chargers. Both picked the Raiders. Raiders won. Cowboys and Buccaneers. Both picked the Buccaneers. And, of course, the Buccaneers lost. Go figure. And then finally, Panthers and Redskins. We both picked the Redskins, and the Panthers won. So, if you're doing your math, what's that? You got your feelers up. What is that? 10? Or are you grabbing titties?
I wish. No, it's just 10.
I mean, couldn't you just turn around and get a handful of Fresco?
I could.
I have a handful of myself, thank you.
10 wins, and actually both of us got 10 wins. We are 100% tied this week. So it's nice.
Does that mean you're doing better or I'm doing worse?
I don't know, but I figured it's not something to consider this week because it is the Christmas episode, and I was like, you know what? We tied. No one's a winner, no one's a loser. I like that. Very Christmas.
Oh, yeah, it's very neutral for Christmas. There are no winners and no losers.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
Festivities, man. Festivities. Put on your elf hat.
I don't want to wear my elf hat. It's uncomfortable.
I can't find mine.
So, with that being out of the way, let's just hop right into it. The fa la 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 Christmas episode. That's the best I got.
That's your Christmas cheer?
We are decking halls and kissing under. I don't know. Give us some Christmas cheer, guys. What do you got?
Mr. Snowman, Bring me a dream.
Bum 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 bum.
Make it the coldest that I've ever seen.
Bum 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 bum.
That way when my bitchy neighbor arrives,
Bum bum
we
bum.
can
bum.
bury them alive.
Live.
Woo!
Snowman.
Spirit fingers!
Bum 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 bum.
There, Christmas cheer.
That was fantastic. All right, let's hop right into some holiday make the case, shall we?
I would love to make some cases.
Oh,
And can I gift wrap mine?
sure.
All right. Because actually one of my make the cases involves that.
Well, why don't you go first then?
Okay. I actually want to hear you justify this.
Tell the audience who you is.
Do tell. Do tell.
Tell the audience who you is.
You. Go ahead, tell the audience.
Fresco.
Yay!
Another
Christmas miracle! That's two!
God, that's so stupid.
He called him Fresco.
Horrible.
What I need you to do is to make the case for why Christmas presents should not be wrapped in paper or put in party bags, but it instead should be wrapped in lunch meat.
Okay. I want to tell you, at first I heard should not be wrapped in paper or pudding bags. I'm like, what's a pudding bag and how do I handle
Put in bags. Put away your dessert ears, Lyle. Okay.
I wanted a pudding bag.
No, you get lunch meat and you'll like it.
I'm fine with that.
Alright, so listen, right? When you're sitting down to wrap up your presents for the holidays, right?
Right?
You have your present and you traditionally have your paper. And you go ahead and you're sitting there and you're cutting your paper out and you're folding it over, you're trying to make it look all beautiful and everything. And you get hungry, what do you gotta do? You gotta walk away from what you're doing, go to the refrigerator, get you a snack, maybe some lunch meat or what have you, make you a sandwich. It just takes too long. It takes away from the ideal getting things done. You got things to wrap before the chitlins get home, okay? So what you need to do is throw out that old paper. Get it out of here. We don't need it no more. All right? Get it out of here. Toss that bit. There you go. Toss that away. All right? What we need is we need to wrap our Christmas presents in lunch meat so not only does it get wrapped, but you get a snack at the same time. Oh, what's that? Halfway through Susie's gifts, you get a little hungry? Take a little nosh. Turkey. Yeah, put the ham on there. Beautiful.
Oh.
And ready? Check it out, right? Christmas morning comes, the kids go to open up the presents. Now you don't have to worry about getting up and going to the stove and cooking them breakfast, too. You got it right there. It's right there.
Okay. So you're not worried at all about it getting, like, pine needles on them, or...
Well, I mean, how warm do you... yeah, I forgot. No, not worried at all.
Oh, yeah, you make a valid argument. No!
To be
See,
fair,
what you
I
gotta
mean,
do is instead of having a normal skirt around the bottom of your tree to protect the lunch meat, okay?
Right.
No. Saran wrap. You cellophane underneath all the branches of your tree.
oh, God. Can't you just get some
Next
pine
level
needles?
shit.
Can't you just get some pine needles into the lunch meat? It's kind of like using rosemary.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it'll be like having an Italian hoagie.
Gives it a little bit of spice.
Tight, okay.
That is why you need to wrap your presents in lunch meat and not paper.
I'm convinced.
I'm sold. When do we start? I already threw away the paper.
He did. It's true, you know.
Huh. Well,
All right.
believe you have the honors then.
Do I?
I think you do.
No, I do. I want to go.
No, it would be
Clockwise.
it would be Lila Bouffe.
Oh, right. Lila Beth!
All right. I'm gonna make Andy go. Here we go. Andy, I need you to make the case as to why we should make a new Christmas greeting to not upset any religion or non-holiday celebrators.
All right. Well, I don't know about you, but it's the right time of year to bring up the fact that we are being surrounded on a daily basis by snowflakes.
Here's what I
Just-
want you to do. I want you to come up with a greeting that is not necessarily saying Merry Christmas, but at the same time letting them know that you have the Christmas joy and you wish it upon them. But not just Christmas joy, Kwanzaa joy, Hanukkah joy, Muslim joy,
Muslim joy.
whatever it is they
Wait, no
celebrate.
such thing.
I said Kwanzaa.
Yeah, you said
Uh,
Kwanzaa.
Atheist joy
Yom Kippur?
no, that's not. I think you get what I'm saying here.
Yeah, Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
Yeah. Boy!
Happy Holidays is no good because if you don't celebrate holidays, then you're offending those people.
Yeah, if the holiday that you're celebrating is not very happy, then that's a big slap in the face, too.
Right. So why should we have a new greeting?
Well, as I started to say, the aforementioned snowflakes, we have a lot of people who are offended these days, and even if you don't hit the right button on certain people, you're always going to find a wrong one. You know, I myself have at least 35 different ways to piss me off in relation to waffles, and only 5 to make me happy. So everybody has a little bit of unbalanced feelings towards the negative side of things these days. We got to get away from that. So we probably should have an all-encompassing, all-caring, all-happy greeting for this time of year that will make everybody be on the same page. And you know what? If you try to hit some of those 5 pleasant waffle buttons from time to time on a regular basis across massive people, who knows? They might find they have a 6th one or a 7th. This could get a dozen by this time next millennium. And, you know, it'll bring people closer together, I think. It'll bring them closer together and uniformed, and everybody will be a rolled up pair of socks sitting in a drawer comfortably waiting to be used. That's the greeting that we need for the holidays. And I think something that will be, you know, good for everybody to hear is probably something like, yo, hey, something very, very neutral.
We'd have to go over it a few times. We'd have to test it out. We may not have this greeting until at least the year 2025.
At least, because there's a lot of science involved, a lot of science, a lot of money, a lot of smacked babies. There's a lot of things that go into making a formal greeting.
Fair enough. I'm convinced.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, but we need it. We desperately need it. Rob, Merry Kwanzaa.
And happy Lila Booth Day to you.
Happy Lila Booth Day to everyone.
What you talking about?
Well, Fresco, I believe that means you're up.
All right. Lila Booth. Why make the case as to why when you see truly a person in need, and there is a difference between people who are faking that they are in need or just lazy, and those people that are genuinely in need, okay? I need you to make the case as to why you should, around the holiday season, take someone who is genuinely in need a present.
All right.
Oh, all right. Don't twist your arm about it.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. You never really know who exactly is in need. Sometimes people are more in need than they realize they are. As a matter of fact, the 3 of us, one of us could be in need right now, and none of us will ever know. Just because we might not even know it. Sometimes you never realize how much that little extra mile can put someone over the edge of borderline depression to they love their life so much they can't stand it. It's really the difference between sorrows and a couple trips around the border Candyland, really. I mean, it's the little things that count sometimes, and I think the world needs to realize that some more. So if indeed we did take the time to give one person every year a gift when you felt they needed it, I think people would be more pleasant. I think more pleasant people would cause me to be pleasant, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a possibility, is what I'm saying. And isn't that what this is all about? Shouldn't we just at least try to be happy? When's the last time any of us really tried to be happy?
You know what always makes me happy?
What's that?
Robin Williams movies. Man, I don't know whatever is going to happen if I can't have a new Robin Williams movie in my life.
I have some terrible news for you.
Nobody tell him. So anyway, to get back to on track, I feel like I delved off to the deep end there. Yeah, so it's certainly something that you should do. You should definitely give someone that's truly in need. And when you say truly in need, some people fake it, some people don't. You know, I don't even feel that way. I feel like everyone could be in need of a gift. Like, you could have everything. You could be Bill Gates, but that little homemade touch to something. Maybe someone sends them some little coasters with the X made out of the Xbox symbol that they crocheted, and he'll love it. He'll go, you know what, this is awesome. Make a PS4 symbol coaster crocheted, and he'll still love it. You know why? Because he can't buy it anywhere. Sure, he could pay some slave to do it. I mean, worker to do it, but he's not going to be able to get it from the kindness of someone's heart. He's going to have to pay for it. And that's what I mean by, everyone could be in need of something. So, with all that being said, I want everyone to go out there and just give a present to someone. Doesn't have to be much. Maybe even just a hug. Just do it.
I gift wrap my hugs.
No, you gift wrap people and call them hugs.
Oh, you got me.
Are we convinced?
Yeah, I'm convinced. Yes.
Most certainly are. Thank you, Douglas.
Mr. Dink has arrived, everyone. So you're convinced then, Fresco?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Goddamn holiday makes me sick to my ass. You're up, Andy.
Well, I'm gonna need you to explain one more for me.
Someone told me I wasn't done yet. Go ahead. What else are you gonna make me be nice about?
Oh, no, I'm not gonna make you be nice. I need you to justify something for me.
Oh, bring it on.
I need you to make the case why in the entire month of December, all police force sidearms should be replaced with candy canes.
I thought you were going to give me a hard one. Jeez. So check this out, right? Have you ever eaten a candy cane?
You know, legitimately only a handful of times in my life.
Okay, and those handful of times that you've had them, how did you eat them? Did you just bite right down on them?
Oh, hell no.
No, you suck on them. How did you suck on them? The top first or the bottom first?
Oh, bottom. Definitely bottom.
And when you're sucking on them, you're totally making a point out of it, whether you want to or not, right?
I didn't even know there was such thing as a not want to. I thought it was standard practice. Like, that was the ritual of eating one.
That thing gets sharp. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
right?
not only do our boys in blue get a nice holiday treat by sucking on the bottoms of candy canes, but they can then holster these spears, the peppermint spears, the spear remits, if you will. They can holster them, and then they can use them later to, maybe get good at chucking them at bad guys, or just straight up stabbing bad guys with them. I think that's more lethal than bullets, because let me tell you something. Nothing's going to sting more than not only having a cut, but having the cooling sensation of peppermint followed behind it. Like, and then it's cold outside, and it's just intensifying the peppermint, and it's like, that stings! I'm not doing this crime again. You win, cop! And now it's like, you don't have to worry about them accidentally killing anybody or anything like that, because, look, you're not killing anyone with stabbing someone with a candy cane. I'll tell you what you are doing, though. You're showing them who's boss, and you're showing them not to do that action again.
Agreed. It's not like we're gonna have any stories on Fox News about, like, officers randomly fired candy canes into an SUV and killed a 3-year-old boy.
Merry Christmas, everyone. All right, are you guys convinced?
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. The next one I have is from Fresco.
Yeah.
Fresco, I want you to make the case as to, well, here's the thing. The color red, it could be seen as such a violent color.
Who said that?
Has he gotten so old that he's now yelling at the TV because it's talking to him?
Yes, he has.
Have you talking to the bulls?
Andy, it's Lyle, buddy.
Pills. Take your pills.
I would, but they're red!
Take your pills.
Anyway, red's a violent color, so I want you, Fresco, to make the case, please, as to why we should have all of the rainbow colors for Christmas time instead of red and green.
Stop it.
Stop it. Okay. Alright. So, red could be so, like you said, red is such a violent color. Look at what bulls do when they see red. What
Right.
do they do?
Yeah.
Go bugger shit. They fucking impale things. No, we don't want that.
No.
So I think if you want to replace that particular color, but please everyone on the planet, then it should be more like celebrating the Gay Pride Parade. You need to have that rainbow effect with everything. Then you have everybody's favorite colors in it. Okay. In all fairness, I've met a lot of gay people, and I'm friends with quite a few of them, and they are quite some of the happiest people around Christmas time. So what better way to also support them than to have all the colors? You know what I mean?
I know what you
And
mean.
it would just be fantastic. It would just smooth a lot of things out. Some colors mellow people out. They'll all be there. It'll be perfect. It'll be wonderful.
Well put.
I still want red.
Well, red's in the rainbow. That's why it's wonderful. Helps everyone. Roy Jabiv, my man. Roy Jabiv.
Roy G. Biv. The Christmas time needs you, Roy. Where are you?
Well, I'm convinced.
I'm not, but I'll let it slide.
All right. Do either one of you have another one? Or are we all done?
Oh!
He knows.
I do.
Big O, because I'm out.
Okay. Well then, since you don't have any, then you can answer this one then.
Oh, cool. Wonderful.
Okay. I want you to make the case of why it should change policies that instead of waiting in line to tell Santa what you want for Christmas and ask politely for it and hopefully you get it, you actually have to battle him to the death.
Wait a minute. To the death or... Remember now, this is Christmas, and there's a lot of little children going up a big, grown-ass fat man.
No. Their parents are their champions.
Their parents are their champions. So you're telling me that you would like little Timmy to send his father, who weighs maybe $1.25, soaking wet with quarters in his pockets, up against a 375-pound fat man in a fight to the death for a Christmas present.
Bearing two things in mind. One, he's Santa, so he's immortal. He will always...
He's immortal, not the parent.
I know. And two, I believe that this will actually encourage their parents to tell their kids no every once in a while because they don't want to die.
But wait a minute now. You're already setting this up for failure.
I'm not.
You certainly are. You just said Santa is immortal.
Yeah?
So the parents have no chance of winning.
That's not true.
If Santa's immortal and it's a fight to the death, you've already talked yourself into a loop.
No, they can...
This question is flawed.
Oh my god. They can kill him, but he'll be back to fight the next person in line.
Why can't you just say they best him in battle?
Best him in single combat.
Because they still... Oh my god, fine. They best him in single combat.
Much better.
Much better.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you a thesaurus for Christmas since you like to debate semantics.
And
I
then,
am a
how about this, Killer? If they lose, Santa gets to use the fatality on them.
No, they just won't get a present. They have to earn it.
Okay. So I think that in order for children, once they sit upon Santa's lap and tell them what they would like and ask very politely for it, that they should have to have their parents as their champions best Santa in one-on-one combat. Because it would seem that because most of these kids these days don't appreciate anything, with the thought looming in the back of their head that they could lose a parent in combat to Santa.
And a gift.
And a gift. Because kids are spoiled these days and nobody knows how to say no anyway. It would behoove the parents, actually, to... it would behoove the parents to actually refuse to do the combat and send the child themselves in to do the combat for it. Because these kids need to learn respect and appreciation for their gifts. And what better way to appreciate a gift than having fought the big fat man for it yourself?
I like how this just turned from Mortal Kombat to Pokemon in a matter of seconds.
No, right?
I don't want to fight. You do it.
It teaches kids appreciation. It teaches them thanks.
And it teaches them false swipe.
It teaches them false swipe or fury cutter.
It also gets them on the same page of Game of Thrones.
Gets them on the same page as Game of Thrones. Hell, it might even give some fat little kid the chance to work out and slim himself down. It'll trim up our youth of America.
Oh, yeah, because his goal will be to fight Santa this year and get that bike he always wanted.
Exactly!
Wow. That's the definition of irony. I have to work out so I can fight Santa and get the gift to help me work out.
Honestly, every MMO has the same philosophy for raid bosses.
That is a fair point, good sir.
Are we convinced yet?
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing... I don't even care about spoilers because I think only 12 people listen anyway. But...
Spoilers.
Spoilers. A little bit. Could you imagine a Christmas scenario for, like, the Viper in the Mountain for Game of Thrones?
I don't know. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Lyle, tell me you watch Game of Thrones.
I do not watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, my God. This reference is lost on you guys. All right, well, I'm going to do it for the people that listen. So... great scene where two champions are fighting to the death for other people, and the one smaller guy has a vendetta against the big dude, and he's got the big dude on the ropes the entire fight, and he keeps like yelling at him to confess something. He's like, confess, you raped her, you murdered her, you did all this stuff, and the guy's like silent the entire time, and then when he's like feigning defeat, he finally like gets the guy in his grips. And he gets on top of him, and he's squeezing his head like a friggin' watermelon. And he starts confessing all the stuff the guy wanted him to say. And I'm kind of, like, picturing that scene for, like, fighting Santa Claus for a toy. Just be like, just have Santa Claus on top of the parrot, squeezing his head like a melon. Just like, yes, I brought your child the choo-choo. I brought it last year, and I do it again.
That sounds wonderful, Andy.
I don't know. You'd have to see it.
Yeah.
We're YouTubing when this is done. Sure.
So, I guess that does it for Make the Case, yeah?
Yeah.
I think that about wraps it up and puts a nice little bow on it, yeah.
Wraps it up and puts a very nice touch, Andy.
Christmas!
Christmas, indeed.
Holidays!
On to the next game, then?
Sure, I think we can go ahead. May have to get in a different frame of mind for it, but sure, we can skip ahead.
It's time for everyone's favorite game. Christmas-themed Would You Rather. Now, for those unfamiliar, Would You Rather is a fun game where typically we would take the actor or actress, the thespian, if you will, and pair them with a character they had once played, and the contestant, in this case it'll be either Andy or Fresco, I myself will just be announcing which of the two they would rather, the contestant would have to decide which of the two they would rather make sweet hot love to. So, who would like to go first?
I'll take it.
Okay. In this, in particular, partition of the game. It is holiday themed, which means we're taking out the idea of thespian and character they played and replacing it with just 2 Christmas themed characters. Okay?
Okay.
So, for you to be first, we're going to start things off pretty simply. Andy, would you rather the Grinch or Scrooge?
Ebenezer Scrooge, huh?
The one and only.
Oh, the one and only. Hearing this matchup, my first thought, my instinct is to go with the Grinch.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing, because like Ebenezer Scrooge, first off, I mean, he's very miserly. Like, I don't even mind that he's kind of like on this side of the graveyard, being as old as he is, because old people can still love too. I mean, look at Sean Connery. Like, I mean, he was old for the longest damn time and still hot. Patrick Stewart, like that guy's damn near a lich. I'd still do him. So like that's not the turnoff. The turnoff is his thing for orgies. I mean, I don't want to be the guy with the dude that always wants to bring 3 other dudes into it with him. I think that's gross. Like I don't need to have I don't need to have group sex with Ghosts of Christmas anything. So that can stay out of it.
Yeah,
plus,
but you're forgetting they can get freaky with the chains.
yeah, I don't want that either. Like I'm not into BDSM.
But you are into bestiality.
Yeah, that's not BDSM though.
Fair enough. Continue.
You know, so I don't want to deal with any of that. And at least with the Grinch, like there's that soft fur. You know, I'm a big soft fur guy. You know, he does have that heart of gold in there somewhere. So I think that after about the 17th time he kicks me out of the house for like, you know, not bringing him fresh garbage to eat, you know, he would actually just settle in with me and like, you know, fahudore around a tree. We can even have good times of playing pranks on the Who's in Whoville. I think that would be a nice date night bonding experience. And, you know, maybe a little later we can see what grows 3 sizes that day, if you catch my meaning.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, definitely the Grinch.
Fahudore around the Christmas tree. Alright, fair. Okay. Well, that looks like it's up to you now, Fresco. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, this one is special. This one was devised by both me and Andy.
Well, of course it was.
Specifically for Mr. Fresco here. Fresco, would you rather Howard Langston? Do you know this, gentleman?
No.
Good, because if you did, I would have to explain it anyway for the listening audience, because I'm sure no one knows it. This is the character that Arnold Schwarzenegger played in Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
Howard Langston or the Penguin from Batman Returns?
Penguin.
Please, by all means.
All day. You see, not that I'm just saying, the Austrian accent, while exotic and such every now and again, it could get annoying trying to understand him.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And he is a big rippling bicep of a man, which I'm sure most people would find attractive and what have you. But not this gentleman, no. No, I find the cuteness is in penguins. I had a nickname in high school, true story, it was Penguin. And I have always been fascinated with penguins, and seeing as how he's a little grotesque human being but looks like a penguin and waddles all around and everything, that would be absolutely adorable. And he's got the cushion for the pushing. You know what I'm saying? He could back that thing up.
Yes.
He could back that thing up and I could just wax up on it.
Not to mention, I just want to throw this out there, Howard Langston is stingy as hell with his cookies. Yeah.
Put that cookie down!
Very nice. So Penguin. Very good. Alright, well, next up we have Andy. I want you to tell me, would you rather Ernest from the Ernest movies or Uncle Eddie from National Lampoon?
Such a tough combination. I mean, oh, wow, where does my heart lie? Penis, what do you think?
Merry Christmas. Shitter's full.
What did he say?
Merry Christmas. Shitter was full.
Wow.
Yes, shitter was
Um,
full.
Shitter was full.
Good old Uncle Eddie.
Man, oh, okay. So I actually might have to go with Uncle Eddie on this, and I'm going to tell you why.
I hope.
All right. So the problem with Ernest is that while he does have a heart of platinum, like that guy will bend over backwards, fold himself into a tiny sandwich, and fight unholy denizens of the dark and the brat next door.
Which could be needed in the bedroom with you.
Maybe. It may actually be.
Mm-hmm.
But his problem is that he goes above and beyond being klutzy. Like, he is outright dangerous. Like, the man is a human cartoon. He can survive a lot of his own shenanigans. If I were to be in close proximity to those said shenanigans, I would die, most assuredly.
Point of order, you yourself are a living cartoon.
I like to think the same thing, actually. But I see where he's getting at. Whereas, cartoons can survive an Acme bomb, Andy cannot.
No. No, and Ernest has. So, yeah, I think that, like, just for, my own appreciation for my mortality, I would have to go against Ernest. Now, Uncle Eddie, he's a bit crass. He's as dumb as a dog is fuzzy, and I mean, while that could be endearing at some points, like we could have a good chuckle about how light sockets look like surprise faces, and we'd probably have a good hour laugh at that. And then, I'd turn on the microwave, have him piss his pants and forget who he is, and then we can laugh about it all over again.
Right.
In debt to everybody from fucking one town to the next, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter that we'd be poor. Like, I mean, I think I can make it work. Like, we could probably travel in that RV of his and steal gas out of a mall parking lot, assortment of vehicles to keep going from point A to point B, and the entire time just kind of appreciating the simple things in life, rubbing our snot-nosed dog, and just riding off into the sunset as two stupid lovers could.
Can I also make another point here, please? Let's not forget, if he has the ability to siphon gas from car to car, that means he got some good sucking power, which he might need for, with the pubic hair being caught in the pee holes.
The one in the cuckoo's nest, if you will.
Yes, if you will.
Pop him out of there.
Good to have you back, Fresco. Continue, Andy.
Yeah, I think he would be the kind of person that would give me a bouquet of pubes with little baby's breath mixed in. And it would be the sweetest, most disgusting thing that he could do. And that's his character. He is sweet and disgusting. And I could live with that because I want to live.
Beautiful. All right. I almost brought a tear to my eye.
Thank you.
Fresco, this one just screams you. And I can't wait to see what you decide on this one. But would you rather Krampus or Jack Skellington? Now I understand the cushion for the pushing thing, but would you imagine being a bottom and maybe he's the one doing the pushing? This is how Jack can come into play here. Because you're not getting any better pushing from anyone else, because there is nothing there to interrupt. You're getting solid bone if you catch my drift.
I would honestly say Krampus.
Okay.
And the reason for that is, yes, I do like where you're going, where it's just straight bone and I could be boned properly. But Krampus is into that kinky shit. I would purposefully push down little girls if it would mean a beating from Krampus.
I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. Jack's dead, I'm pretty sure it's about as kinky as you get.
No, there's far kinkier things.
Okay.
But sometimes dead
Is
is
better.
better.
That's my spit can you're kicking around there, boy.
Ground's going sour.
Ground's gone sour. I'm gonna make a sandwich with the old peanut butter.
Alright, enough Pet Cemetery references.
Sorry. Back to the original thing. I definitely would have to say Krampus again. I'm into that kind of beat me kind of thing, and
Right.
Krampus with all of his tendencies. All I have to do is kick a small child and 30 lashes.
Oh, that's right, Krampus. Punish the naughty.
But they would be meat lashes if you're getting what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm getting what you're saying.
Very
nice.
Who's next?
So, well, that would be Andy. Would be next.
Who do you got?
Unless, of course, we want another special surprise guest on the podcast.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Fresca has stopped by.
Fresca has been here for quite some time, and she thinks she's slick by being quiet. But if you're going to be here, you might as well throw your hat into the ring. Oh, come on. I got a good one for you.
Yes.
No.
Your husband says yes.
Like I listen to my husband.
You will, or you're going to piss yourself on this couch.
You think your brother would be very mad at
I
you?
would be very mad at you.
This is all stated in, just so you guys know.
Huh?
Nothing says Christmas episode like the whole family together.
Hey!
Alright, tell you what. If you want, you can pass this one on to Andy. But, if you feel up to it, would you rather the old guy from Home Alone or the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2?
And I know.
Have some fun with
No,
it.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Have some. Like your family listens to anything fun.
My family doesn't do anything fun.
Exactly. So out with it. Have some fun with your life.
There's no fun with my life. I live with you.
There is no fun. There is only from.
I'll
See, I'm trying to remember the pigeon lady from 2 to begin with.
How do you not remember the pigeon lady?
The nice cozy attic of the orchestra place. She has, I think she brings them the hot cocoa.
Okay.
And she always feeds the pigeons.
She was also
No?
in So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yes,
No.
I know who you're talking
Specifically
about.
the character, cannot be the actor.
Yeah, I know, specifically the
I
character.
know, but I was giving her a face.
I do visual, not... Anyway.
Hey, make it visual for us then, sweetie. Let's go.
No, I mean, like... Lila would have hit you if you were there.
my TV.
It was a bandana, you're fine.
It was a bad day.
Out with it. Crazy old man.
Crazy old man.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
You're
why?
bored. First of all,
Hey, don't just give me that because I'm not into eating carpets nonsense, because your husband...
no, because she can totally do it, and she can, there's hands and toys for that thing. Alright? Plus, she probably needs to get cobwebs out of there, but I'm not helping her with that. Alright?
belongs on Side Splitters. Keep going.
What?
You belong here. Keep it going.
Why the old man?
Why the old man? Because I wouldn't have to worry about him. He probably needs to pop a pill in order to get some happy times in. So we can just have some hot cocoa and eat some candy, and I can just mooch off his money.
Spoken like
Why?
a true woman. I mean, you ask a woman a would you rather? What else did you expect?
Something to do with money. Done your kind proud.
Oh, come on. Seriously, if I went with the lady, I would have to go to the toy store and everything else because I wouldn't want to touch it per se.
I mean, I'm sure she does some magical things with commanding the pigeons and what have you.
It would make your hoo-ha a nest.
Oh, the noises.
Oh my God.
It could be your crotch pigeon.
Damn it, why we already
time
named
is
this
it?
episode? Because crotch pigeon sounds great.
Oh my God.
Alright.
I
That
don't visit
was-
you guys anymore.
that will conclude Would You Rather Holiday Edition. Shall we move on to the Holiday Edition of Clickbait News?
Yes!
I would love to start with your first Florida, please.
I do not have a Florida story. At all.
I find that difficult to believe.
Sorcery!
I don't. You know what? It's Christmas time. I wanted Christmas themed stuff, and
Florida doesn't celebrate Christmas?
it's not that they don't celebrate it. It's just that I don't think anything happens. Florida. Look, I just didn't find any Florida stories. All right.
Alright. So what else? What do you have first on the docket here?
Well, you want to stay in the same country, or you want to move on to a different one?
Different country.
Different country. Well, this can be extended to all three. Use Fresco, Fresca, Andy. What is being tested by reindeers in Japan?
What is being tested by reindeer in Japan?
Yes.
You got any thoughts on this?
What would be tested by reindeer in Japan?
Oh,
Textile fabrics.
What about them? Hold on a second there, Fresco. What are they doing with it? Are they making it? Are they eating it?
They're wearing it.
Are they coming up with new ways on how to spell it? Like wearing textile fabrics. Okay. All right, Fresco, what you got?
for the booming reindeer clothes industry.
I mean, the real answer is not.
I think they're testing animal sex toys.
Animal sex toys. It is Japan. That's a fine answer. What do you got?
That is Japan. I'm thinking that it's a new line of vibrating saddles.
Line of vibrating saddles. The actual answer is Domino's is testing out pizza delivery by reindeer in Japan.
I was closest without going over.
No, I won the last time. Then you told me my prize was going home to Rob, and then it was dead.
Delivering pizza via reindeer.
Yep.
Like all year round.
The Japanese arm of pizza chain Domino's announced it is testing an unusual solution to winter weather difficulties, delivery by reindeer. Domino's Japan announced it is currently testing out the possibility of using riderless reindeer to deliver pizza in the snowy north of the country and expectations of a particularly harsh winter. The company released pictures showing how pizza warmers mounted to the reindeer's back would work, as well as photos of reindeer training to be pizza delivery deer on the grounds of a driving school in the icy city of Ishikari, Hokkaido. A video posted to YouTube by Domino's Japan shows how the reindeer deliveries would work and how the company would use GPS trackers to follow the progress of these deliveries. The video reveals the plan still has some kinks, such as ensuring the pizza warmers remain affixed to the reindeer and preventing the animals from wandering dangerously into roads. The company... What do you want on your pizza? The company said it is still working on some other issues with the scheme, including ensuring the safety of any people or animals who encounter the reindeer and determining how the reindeer would be trained to walk long distances without accompaniment. So, yeah, they are training for real reindeer how to deliver pizza in Japan.
God bless those crazy Japs. I mean, that culture is by far one of my favorite on this planet. I swear to you, not even joking. They always have the most fun stuff. I mean, when we're thinking of winter solutions, we're thinking about like, a new kind of snowmobile or like a new kind of snowsuit or maybe like a winter drone to fly pizza there, and the Japanese is like, what if we deliver with a reindeer?
I'm pretty sure they probably already have the drone. So, the reindeer is... Why are you rubbing his arm with his foot? We're about to get real Christmassy up in here, people.
He's using me as a leg rest, so I figured I'd get entertainment out of it.
Fair enough. All right. Next up, we have. This one is in America. Okay. I'll even tell you, go as far as saying it's in Texas. Can you guys tell me why this Texas man got kicked out of Six Flags?
I'm gonna say that he was wearing nothing but a Santa hat.
Nothing but a Santa hat. Fresco, what do you got?
I definitely think it has something to do with the Santa thing. I'm gonna say he was in Texas. He was selling drugs as Santa Claus.
Selling drugs as Santa Claus. And Fresco, what do you got?
He was dressed as Krampus, scaring the children.
Dressed as Krampus, scaring the children. Now, if we combine all three of those answers, you got it. Because you see, he was simply kicked out of Six Flags for looking too much like Santa Claus.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How does that have anything to do with Krampus?
Yeah.
Because he was dressed like Santa Claus.
Still not.
Look, it doesn't matter. I tried making her feel special here, okay? You're taking
Look,
it away.
Well, they took my two answers, so I had to go with the last
He
one.
looked too much like Santa Claus.
Yep. A bearded, bespectacled Texas man isn't feeling too jolly after being kicked out of a Six Flags theme park for looking too much like Santa Claus. Jerry Henderson of Burleson, Texas, says he and his wife have visited Six Flags over Texas almost every weekend for 3 years to walk the park for exercise. And Henderson, who sports a long white beard and small rimless glasses, says park officials never had a problem with his appearance until Saturday. This ain't a costume, Henderson told CBS Dallas Fort Worth of his signature Santa-like look, which he says he's maintained for almost 2 decades. During the holiday season, he wears a red vest and Santa hat as well. I go to Walmart like this. This is me, he said. I enjoy making kids smile. While visiting Six Flags Saturday, Henderson says another park visitor approached him to pose for a picture with her children. That's when the trouble started. I knelt down, put my arms around them, and afterward I reached in my wife's walker, pulled out 2 candy canes, and handed it to them, Henderson said at the encounter. A park security staffer soon approached and immediately told the Kris Kringle lookalike that he was no longer welcome. We're going to have to ask you to leave, Henderson says, the guard told him. I said, for what reason? He said, you look too much like Santa Claus. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I do not approach kids. The parents came to me. Henderson claims he then offered to take off his hat and promised to stop handing out any treats, but the park manager told him that wouldn't be enough. He'd have to get rid of the beard too. Not for you, Six Flags, or anybody else am I shaving my beard off, said Henderson. He left the park, but has filed a complaint requesting a refund from Six Flags for his season pass. And there's even a statement here. When reached by CBS 11, Six Flags released the following statement. We apologize that Mr. Henderson was inconvenienced, but the safety of our guests is always our highest priority. We cannot knowingly allow individuals who are not approved by the park to interact with small children in this capacity. Mr. Henderson was handing out candy to our younger guests and was all dressed up as Santa, which is in violation of our no costume policy. When asked to change, he refused, and at that point, he was asked to leave. Henderson says he has yet to hear back about his request for a refund. So yeah.
Wow.
My God, this world is in chaos.
Yeah, like,
First, Chick-fil-A doesn't support the gay people. Now, Six Flags does not support Santa Claus. What the hell is going on in America today?
that's what I want to know, man. Like, how fucked up is it that you could portray this man did everything nice?
Mm-hmm.
He has an appearance akin to a benevolent, pop culture icon. He did completely platonic things by just taking pictures with children. Had candy. Who the fuck doesn't like candy? And he's getting some exercise, which everybody knows old people need to do something productive anyway. So, like, he's hitting all the bullet points that you should do and being punished for it.
Not to mention, he's a season pass holder, which means he's clearly supporting the idea of capitalism in his state.
Yeah. Like, he's doing everything that you should do.
And not only that, but he's spending all this money for a season pass to just go to the park.
Yeah.
and walk around.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not even get on any of the rides. Like, he's just paying them money for the ability to walk around their grounds.
My man got kicked out for looking too much like Santa Claus.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, apparently one of those flags on that pole is a Nazi flag.
How do they know he's not really Santa Claus?
Well, they'll find out when the park is burned to the ground on a bed of coal.
You know, I have to bring something to your attention, Andy. You were supposed to ask me a specific question for Make the Case. You did not.
Was?
Yeah, we did it a couple weeks ago. We were going to do it at least, and I mentioned something to it very briefly, and if anybody was paying attention, they would know, and they would call you on it. You were supposed to ask me to make the case as to why everyone should believe Santa Claus is real.
Oh, right.
And I said we would save it for the Christmas episode. And I say, what better way to go out on than that, leading into the game show with the Countdown to Geektown folks. So, without further ado, here is my explanation as to why everyone should think Santa Claus is real. And what better way to get into it, by the way. Everyone knows the whole routine that is taught to people throughout the years that would be believers of Santa Claus. You have gifts that are given to you by parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, guardians, loved ones, friends, whatever. Sometimes they write on there, from Santa. Sometimes they do it as a joke. Sometimes they do it intentionally so that, the suspicion is kept up that, Santa Claus is real, and these are the actual gifts from Santa Claus and his worker elves, right?
Well, then sometimes a cat does it, and then you're like, holy shit.
Right, whatever that means. My point here is just because it says it's from Santa doesn't mean it always is. But who's to say it's not from Santa just because someone else's handwriting is on it? Let's say, for example, a little girl maybe recognizes Fresco's handwriting all of a sudden, and she says, Dad, this is your handwriting that wrote Santa. No problem. Have you ever read the Bible? Who is it about? It's about God. Did God write it? No. No, he did not. No religious figure wrote their own Bible. So why is it that when a person tries spreading the word of Santa Claus, they're immediately poo-pooed upon because they wrote it? Isn't that how all religions were started? By someone else writing about them?
Yeah.
How come we can believe in God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Yahweh, whoever, but not Santa Claus?
Because...
I believe, as the white kids on the internet say, mic dropped.
I mean, personally, I pray to Spider-Man, but...
Amen.
Personally, I pray to myself.
No, we know all about what you do with yourself.
My sacrifice.
My sacrifice.
Well,
Look at this graph!
Without further ado,
Hey,
shall we get into the game show?
we should.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Is That Really a Tradition? Don't worry, guys. I'm just going to edit in some applause sound. So, Andy and Fresco, you guys ready to get into our secret, super hidden game of the night?
Oh, yeah, no, I was born ready for this.
Chia!
All right. Well, I will be your host tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be called Is That Really a Christmas Tradition? With the Team 1, Team Side Splitters.
Woo! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Christmas!
Police!
Navidad! Yeah!
In the bout from the South, Team Countdown to Geektown. So excited they are.
Oh, hey. Can we talk? Is that it?
Yeah. That was your introduction. Anyway. Okay, so the rules are going to be simple to this.
You need to play dual and banjos. That's what you need to play.
Those don't exist and haven't since the 70s.
I'm just kind of wondering, like, who's actually going to listen to this episode if all 4 of our listeners are on it. But anyway,
I gotta see what you edit out.
yeah, fair enough. So this is going to be the game. Basically, it's Eric and Jesse from Countdown to Geektown are going to be given Andy and Fresco Southern traditions, and Andy and Fresco have to decide whether or not those traditions are real or made up. And Andy and Fresco are going to do the same thing with Eric and Jesse, but with Spanish traditions for Christmas or whatever holidays that the South.
Actually, we were specifically on Puerto Rican traditions.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me, Puerto Rican tradition. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
you can't just lump Spanish together. Damn, Whitey.
Isn't that?
Why gotta be like that?
Racist bastard.
Don't bust my beans.
That's further south than we are.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, why are we not allowed to lump Spanish together, but we can lump Tennessee into the South?
Exactly. Because we are very much in the south.
Yep.
All right.
I don't want to call a spade, but
Okay.
flush.
So, we are going to decide who goes first.
Ooh, wait, I'm gonna flip a coin. Call it in the air.
No, you're not going to flip a coin. I am going to go to a random number generator. And you
He
guys.
doesn't have a coin.
They don't know that.
I know they don't. I'm the honest one.
All right. Being they're the visitors, they get to call Eric and Jesse 1 or 2.
Asterisk. 2.
The result is 1. Andy and Fresco.
Oh, of course it is. Here we go. Here we
Starting
go.
already.
Andy and
Very
Fresco, did you guys...
convenient. There's no video log.
Would you like a video log?
No.
That's what I thought.
Oh no.
That's what the fuck I thought. Now, Andy and Fresco, you want to go first, or do you want to let these jackwagons go first?
Oh no. The jackwagoning is all mine. I would love to go first.
All right. Well, then in that case, let's get right into it. Is that really a tradition? Andy, by all means, take off.
All right, figured I'd start things off with an easy one. Everybody should know this one. It is traditional when cooking a Puerto Rican Christmas dinner that you must at least make 1 pound of rice per occupant at the dinner table.
Good lord. Team Countdown to Geektown?
I don't know.
Well, that's the idea.
Did you say it's Puerto Ricans?
Yeah,
Is that right?
Puerto Ricans, yes.
They're little tiny people usually. They said they have pound of rice.
I'm sorry, have you met Fresco?
Maybe. I've been to Jersey.
He is too tiny what you guys are too liberal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
help
I'll
but
go
feel
with you
insulted.
eat a pound of rice.
My official answer is Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus is the answer to everything in the South.
Okay, so is it a real
I believe that.
is it a real or fake tradition?
I'd say real.
Real? Final answer?
The world went away.
Well,
What is-
don't.
Is real your final answer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, real. Andy, reveal?
No, that is just stereotyping. That is definitely not a real tradition.
Blasphemy.
I mean, it should be, right? But
We only get rice at the Chinese place.
no, that's not round rice. That's slant rice.
Look at my stereotypes wrong.
Great, now we're getting edited out. Great.
No thanks.
All right, so that's 1 point for side split. Good lord. Let's just keep it rolling along. Fresco, why don't you go with yours next?
Oh, we're gonna do a 2 per side?
Should we, or should we switch it up every turn?
I would do it back and forth.
Yeah, I would do it back and forth too.
Yeah.
Well, majority rules. Okay, Countdown to Geektown. Which one of you guys are going to go first?
Oh, I'll go first.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay, there is a Southern tradition, and I never knew why, but growing up, my stocking would be filled with fruit. And that was it.
Wait, like sweet kind or limp-wristed kind?
No, not limp-wristed kind. They won't fit in my stocking. Maybe yours.
Well, you're calling us tiny people. I can only imagine what little fruits you guys have.
They're all in the closet, don't you know? In the South, they'll get hurt.
Oh my
Well,
god.
if they're small enough, they're in the cupboard.
They're Puerto Ricans.
Stockings full of fruit. What do you think about stockings full of fruit?
Probably just trying to be edited this episode. Is that what you guys are going for?
Maybe.
You know what? I have seen some strange shit come out of Tennessee. I'm gonna believe that one.
You believe that one?
I believe that one.
You know what? I'll call it. I firmly believe that you guys have no better place to put an apple than inside a sock.
Well, actually, it's an orange, but you're right.
Woo!
Woo!
That is 2 for side splitters.
Orange. Interesting. I wonder how that originated.
Oh, here we go. History time.
Yeah, we actually did a little research.
In the early part of the 20th century, citrus fruit was a special treat. It was as expensive as flour. So it was like during the Great Depression, it was a treat. So they would put it in stockings and give it to their guests and shit like that.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
How
Knowledge.
I learned something today.
And knowledge is power.
The more you know.
The more you know.
That's all I had, by the way.
Alright, so moving right along. Fresco this time. You got a tradition for our buddies here.
I do. Let's see here. We're gonna go. Let's see. All right. Yep. That'll work. All right. On the island of Puerto Rico, it is traditional for them to have a straw hat that they put away and only take out and wear around the Christmas holiday.
True. That's all I got. True.
Okay, that's all they got. No deliberation.
Real.
You wanted us to be edited. Here we go. True.
It is actually a true tradition.
Yeah.
It is known as a pava.
Yeah.
How about that? Maybe I should have listened.
Yeah. Baba! Baba! Hurry!
All right, the score is currently 1-2. By the way, you get a point for getting it right, and the opponents get a point if you get it wrong. So.
Yeah, I got that.
What do we go to?
It's 2-1.
No. What's the limit?
When we're out of stuff? Why do you have to think things so far ahead? Live in the moment, man. Live in the moment.
It's just like a meal. You make more than what you can have. That way, in case we'll edit it down to a fine number if we need to.
I prepared 35 of them, so I made you do it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that is way more in depth than I went.
Yeah, we went 12.
All right, so Eric, it's your turn. What do you got for us?
Oh, Shalom Y'all is a Jewish food festival held in Georgia. It's a mixture of Southern and Jewish food. Shalom Y'all.
Okay. So,
Shalom, y'all!
Shalom, y'all. Hold on a second.
I have no words for this one. This is all you guys. I cannot
All right.
give my opinion. I don't want to.
Well, I heard that Andy thought we were Jewish, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I did not hear that. Why did he think we were Jewish?
It was in the stinger we asked him.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it was.
You son
Oh,
of a
Shalom, y'all!
He hadn't heard that. I forgot. Jesse.
Man, okay, first of all, I can't imagine anyone in the South willingly exclude pork from their diet.
Yeah. There's some big boys that come from the South.
Yeah, and honestly, if you spend that much time wallowing in pig shit, you wouldn't want to, forego eating the little bastards. So, I'm going to call it shenanigans on that one. There's no way that's real.
I like my chops.
Just like with football, I don't know where he's going with this call
I
until he gets to
literally
the end.
just mute the microphone and let him go until I hear silence.
So, did you say it was real or fake?
You see,
Fake,
you do the same thing.
He said fake.
It's fake.
That is real.
That is
Get the
real?
fuck out of here.
No.
I don't know if it was written Y-A-L-L, y'all. It was spelled Shalom, Y-A, or Y-A-L-L, So I assume it is Shalom Y'all.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
And it's held in Savannah, Georgia, which is home of the third largest synagogue in the U.S.
That is something. Okay.
None of that I knew before looking this up.
Obvious. Now we move on to our lightning round, or our in-between round, whatever you want to call it. So in between rounds, which that was the end of round one, and in between rounds we're going to have a little bonus segment where I am going to say a tradition, and you guys can both score. Neither one of you can score. Basically, I'm going to say a tradition, and you guys are going to say, is this real or fake? And you guys can both answer real. You guys can both answer fake. You guys can each answer real or fake, whatever. You get points depending on whether you're right. And
Okay.
obviously, if you're not right, you don't get any points at all. It's just bonus.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is going to be in Portugal, right? There's a tradition called con soda. It's a Christmas tradition. It's a morning feast in Portugal, and this is the time for remembering the dead, and families will lay down in places for their souls of their lost loved ones.
Huh. What was this one called?
What do you mean? What was it called? The round?
No.
Oh,
The name of said thing you just said.
con soda.
Ansada.
Yes.
God, you sound so white.
I thought you said con soda.
Yeah,
All
right.
soda south is called Coke. So.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want a jail bubbly, you get con soda.
Jesus.
That too. I'm gonna say that is real.
Real. And Eric and Jesse, is that real or fake?
Fake.
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 In Portugal, it is in fact real.
Oh, neat! Yay!
Yeah, I was just repeating what he said. You
Oh,
guys
okay,
got the
good.
point.
What is going on?
I'm confused.
Wait, what happened? Curveball.
You gotta speak slowly. Andy gets confused very easily.
Apparently. All right, so yeah, you guys got that one.
I got peaks and valleys over here. I'm going up. I'm going down. What's going on?
All right, so at the end of round one, Side Splitters is up 3. Countdown and key count is 2. So let's see what happens in round 2. So since Side Splitters started the last round, why don't you guys start off this round? I'll let you guys decide who goes first, though. Countdown and key count.
Do what?
Countdown.
We go
First,
You can go. Yeah.
Okay, we go first. I guess that's what you're saying.
Yeah, you guys go first. You get to decide which one of you two go first.
We'll go first.
I'll go.
Jesse will go.
Okay, Jesse will go first. What do you?
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there is actually a German colony in Tennessee that hosts the 5th largest Christmas lights show. And it's up in the Smoky Mountains.
Smoky Mountain, German. Wow.
It's called Ober-Gatlinburg.
Okay, first of all, I find it difficult to believe that you can have a German village and a Jewish festival that close in the same state.
in Tennessee, no less.
And near the Smoky Mountains of all places.
Wait a minute now. Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened. You're absolutely right.
Did you know there's a big colony in Argentina of Germans?
Where did
Curveball.
the Nazis flee?
Argentina. They went to Argentina and maybe the South.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place. But do you believe that they are in the Smoky Mountains? That's the trick.
Well, I'll tell you this. I work for a German company.
He is a Nazi.
Wait, what's it called?
Fisher.
Not Nazi. Certainly not Nazi.
I have blonde hair, blue eyes. That might tell you something, too. And
I'm not lying. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
I was born in Tennessee.
Huh.
I don't know.
You don't think so? Yeah, I'm calling shenanigans on that one, too. I don't think that's real.
Well, there is a German colony in Tennessee called Ober-Gatlinburg.
It's an amusement park.
It's a ski resort.
Well, yeah, it's an amusement park.
I don't know if they're the 5th largest in the world. I just made that up.
It's in the mountains overlooking Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yep. It actually, they just recently had a big wildfire there that almost burnt everything up.
Wildfire in the Smoky Mountains, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't usually have that. That's crazy.
Wow.
Thanks for pissing on our parade.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure it's a tragedy and all that. Yeah, that's all I got.
Fresco, Andy, which one of you guys are going first?
Ooh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
What do you got?
Okay, so traditionally around Christmas time, what Puerto Ricans like to do is they do kind of like,
Goats.
well, it's for lack of a better term, it's like Christmas mariachi. So what we do is we go to people's houses that we know, and we sing Christmas carols out front the door. And as soon as they open the door and hear the music, we are then obligated to then go into their house and start eating their food. And then we party for a bit and then leave their house and go do it to somebody else's house. And if they want to join in, they join in. If not, whatever. But usually most people do. So it's kind of like mooching mariachis from house to house during the Christmas season.
So what you're
This
saying
sounds
is all we got to do is just wait this one out, and eventually all you guys are going to leave America and go party to someone else's country.
Well,
Sounds
I
like-
mean, there's only so much time in Christmas, so
It sounds like a bunch of drunk guys on the street. What do you think?
I mean, did you miss the part where he said Puerto Rican tradition?
Yeah, I know. It
hey.
doesn't fly down here, I'll tell you that. Out comes shotguns. Never mind, I ain't even going there. I was about to say back on the fields, but I didn't say it.
Good thing you didn't say it.
Yeah. Edit.
Oh, no. You guys are staying 100% in. Andy's the one that gets edited. See, I don't care what our audience thinks of used to.
Oh yeah, I just remembered something. My wife is German Jewish.
How does she live with herself?
Yeah.
How does she live with herself?
She married Jesse.
Yeah, she married me.
All right, so
Do we think it's true that they go around partying in other people's houses and it's unwanted? Yeah, I think it's absolutely true.
my God.
Oh,
What's the joke?
Oh, we broke it.
I'm sorry. It's just the southern accent. Do I think Spanish people go to other people's houses and take everything? Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. Oh, that's hysterical. What do you, is it true or is it fake, guys?
Say Heil Trump.
Andy, we're waiting on an answer. True or fake?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
party.
I got so caught up in thinking how much I'm going to do this because it is absolutely true.
I told you. I knew it.
It is
Oh, that's
absolutely true. It's still celebrated in Vineland to this day, and
Are you serious?
yes, people do go to other people's houses. They sing carols outside the house, and they're invited in to have food.
Yeah, but that
And-
doesn't just happen during Christmas.
it's called the Paranada, and it lasts for 1
No,
hour
it's
to 2
called
hours.
11 o'clock at night when all you guys get done work.
Well, yeah, we're hungry.
I mean, it could be in the middle of June and that's going on. What are you talking about?
Well, it's still true.
When you grow up and automatically by age 7 you're a drummer in this system because you automatically know the boom, 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 because it's just ingrained into your brain.
I laugh because I told Carla that all Spanish beats is the same damn beat, and she's like, I don't understand it. And we were talking outside, like at least 5 cars drove by with the music blaring out the window, and I had to show her by example. See that one? It's the same damn song.
All right, so that brings you guys up to 3. Side Splitters is at 4.
If it makes you feel any better, I think all the music sounds the same too.
Thank you. See, even Southern guys that can understand that it's the same music.
That's right.
Out of curiosity, what's your opinion on Insane Clown Posse?
Isle. Isle.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You guys got a tradition to speak out of. So go ahead, by all means. Sorry, he's not letting me. Fresco's being frumpy.
In New Orleans, instead of Santa with reindeer, they have Papa Noel, who has a sleigh pulled by alligators.
That's some like, what's it called? What's it called? The fucking Southern traditions. It was in Hard Target.
I didn't see Hard Target.
Oh man, you're missing out.
Yeah, you were speaking gibberish.
I don't even know what you're saying.
What the hell is Hard Target?
Has nobody seen Jean-Claude
It's
Van
a
Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Hard Target?
Oh, I thought it was like a Tennessee store where you get all the name brand shirts,
Actually-
but everyone
actually-
there is actually tough.
We had a...
It's Target, but they cut the sleeves off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So, alright. Is that real or fake? Whatever it was they said.
Yeah, Papa Noel with alligator drawn sleigh.
That's it.
I mean, I believe it.
I mean, I don't know.
That's his answer for everything.
Unless, honestly, unless Santa is luring the alligators around with children tied to the end of a stick.
Nah.
Nah.
Say no.
Yeah, I would believe that it's Papa Noel. I do not believe the alligator sleigh. That's a bit much. I'm gonna say no.
Answer?
Fake.
No.
Final
Your
answer?
silence.
They said no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right or wrong?
It is true.
Oh!
Yeah, we actually have the names of the alligators too.
Oh,
Oh, what are the names? What are the names?
T-Boy, Suzette, Renee, Nanette, Pierre, Alcee,
Pierre.
Celeste, and Gaston.
Gaston?
Gaston! Get on, Gaston!
Get him!
On Alcee!
Oh,
my
I'll get you a
God.
spoonful!
I don't care. Can we just please have a logo of some sort with an alligator and a bright red nose and named Gaston? That's our mascot from now on. Gaston, the
Holy
bright red
shit.
nosed reindeer. Or
Underneath of it,
alligator.
it has to say "get you a snootful."
No, it has to say eat your taters.
All right, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. Eat your
Oh,
tater.
God. That's great. All right, so that ties it up. 4-4.
Ties it up,
That
4-4.
ties it up. And last but not least, Fresco to close out the round. What do you got for us?
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
In Puerto Rico, all Christmas decorations must be handmade in order to be displayed.
It's extremely frowned upon if you buy store-bought decorations for Christmas.
Have
The
either of you
steering count?
been to Puerto Rico?
Well, I mean, I've seen lovely pictures.
You had your eyes pointed at lovely pictures. You
Yeah.
didn't see the pictures.
Our dad is directly from the aisle.
Never mind. I could make a bad taste joke, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, please don't.
That'll be before Christmas. Not like this. Go ahead, guys.
Not like that.
Is it real or fake? Countdown the Geek Down.
If you steal them, is it counted as store-bought?
No, that's the 5-finger discount.
No, that's the important question right there.
No, you go into their house partying like crazy, and then leave with all their ornaments, and then hang it on your tree, right?
I mean, honestly, that's how you get some of them.
We're gonna say that one's true as well.
That one is true. Side splitters?
It is fake.
That is absolutely fake.
Fake.
No, I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the economy around Christmas time, the island would have sank years ago. Buy shit. Buy shit in bundles.
All right. At the end of round 2, we have a score of 4-5. Side splitters in the lead, which brings us to our next bonus round question.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. All right. So, gentlemen, in New Zealand, all right, the New Zealanders, I don't know what to call them. They
Kiwis. They're called kiwis.
No. Anyway, they wake up early. The head of the household, the parents, whatever, they will wake up early in the morning and like ahead of the kids and take an ice cream cone and filled with ice cream and they tie it to somewhere in the tree, hiding it. And the kids have to wake up, and as they're picking, they're not allowed to look for the ice cream cone, but as they're picking their gifts from underneath of the tree, whatever gift received the most melting ice cream on it is the one that gets the extra gift that is put aside ahead of time.
Okay, wait. Do they put it in their Christmas tree in their house, or is it outside?
In your house.
Okay, I was about to say, because it's winter there.
All right, you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
That's how you get ants. Little baby Seamus.
Oh man, no. See, I don't know. There's people are kind of.
The bushwhackers.
Yeah, the bushwhackers.
All right, well, I'm going to stop you right there. Side splitters, you guys answered first last time. Countdown to Geek Town, you guys are going to answer first this time. What do you got? Real or fake?
I think kiwis are crazy as shit. They're worse than us. So I would say they probably put ice cream in a tree.
You're saying it's real?
Yes.
Okay, real. Side splitters, what do you guys got?
Really? Oh man.
Awesome.
Dude, I don't even think they have ice cream, let alone put it in a tree.
Dude, it's not like it's fucking Iraq. It's fucking New Zealand. Their ice cream is legit ice cream, not sand on a cone.
Yeah, but they can't milk a kangaroo.
No, but they can milk a kiwi.
Oh, we were racist.
I have no idea how bad these two get.
Man.
I need an answer, side splitters.
Alright.
What do you? I'm gonna let you call this one. What do you think? All right, we're gonna say it's fake.
It's fake. That's what your final answer is? Fake?
Yes.
Okay. In fact, Germany is the one that hides a pickle in their Christmas tree on Christmas Eve, and the first child to discover it in the morning receives a small gift. The whole thing was made up. Side splitters gets it again.
Well,
I mean, I know kiwis are kind of whack, but not that whack.
I kind of had the pickle thing here too. I told you there is a German colony like 4 hours up the road. There's a lot of people that hang pickles in their tree here.
Alright.
You want a pickle? I'll give you a pickle.
You want a pickle? I'll give you a pickle.
Alright. So, side splitters, you guys are up, starting first this round. Round 3.
Boo.
Oh, settle down.
Settle down.
I'm calling Border Patrol.
Hey, wait a minute. You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico.
Hail Trump.
I was gonna say Puerto Rico is actually part of the U.S. now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
I mean,
you're
it's been a
off
territory.
Now, boy.
Not in my goddamn U.S.
Oh my goddamn United States!
I don't know which one's more racist. The one that's saying, no, don't worry, you guys own us now, or the one that's saying, we don't want you.
Well, when they started
The answer is
to
yes.
say that we were owning them, we didn't want them anymore. It's all about the fight, right?
Yeah. You don't get to decide. We
Yeah.
get to decide.
see that flag over there? If you ain't a star, you get far.
And
Is there a star on the Puerto Rican flag?
Yeah, only one.
that's all
One.
it is.
50
ain't
on
you.
mine, goddammit. 50.
Oh my god. All right. So let's see. I got one for you, gentlemen. It is tradition that you invite an impoverished stranger over for dinner on Christmas Day, and
Cuba is coming over.
yeah, it's and when you invite this homeless man or stranger or whoever is kind of downtrodden to your house for Christmas dinner, it's often like a contest amongst the family or whoever's in the household at the time to donate or re-gift one of the presents they got on Christmas, and the person who gives away the most expensive gift is looked at as being like the hero of the holiday.
And their praise is then spread throughout town and the local community.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of saw a Rick and Morty episode where he brought in a hobo, and then he blew him up in outer space.
See, I keep telling you gotta watch Rick and Morty, Andy.
I'll get there eventually.
No, I've been trying with Eric, and he won't fucking do it either.
Oh,
but
dude, pull the trigger. It's amazing.
it's amazing.
I watched one or two, but I just couldn't get past the guy throwing up constantly.
I know. My wife was the same way. Pansies.
Guy throwing up constantly.
No, he doesn't throw up, he belches.
Oh, he just burps.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever watched The Simpsons? Do you know who Barney is?
Yeah, but he's not on every episode.
This show,
why-
He's not the main star.
And
this
that's
show
why-
is amazing.
That's
okay?
why The Simpsons aren't the show I'm talking about.
Exactly. If they had a burping guy, they'd go for 30 years. Oh, wait, they did.
Yeah.
Probably 10 years too long.
No.
Oh,
It's because
yeah, no
it's-
arguments here.
It's because of the burping guy that they lasted this long, because it's on Fox.
Agreed.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
Well, they have to answer if it was
That's
real
what
or
it is.
fake.
Yeah, is that real or fake? Whatever it was they said.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Eric's bullshit meter went off.
Side splitters, is it real or is it fake?
That is 100% bullshit. Screw the homeless.
If we do not celebrate with them, we spit upon them.
Yeah, we put all of our presents in the window and go nanny 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 boo boo.
It must be a Christmas miracle because we do the same fucking thing.
I think they're strangers. They're just called family.
Yeah. If I could talk to you in a year, you need to stay the hell out.
All right. CDTGT, what do you guys got?
Wow, really?
Yeah, you guys don't have a very good abbreviable name.
I keep telling you, they're from the South. Speak slower. Either speak slower or put barbecue sauce on it.
Fair. All right, countdown to Geeked Out. What do you guys got?
Well, you want me to go?
Well,
Okay. Yep. Did you know that coconut cake is the official cake, or the traditional cake, of Christmas in the South?
Coconut cake is the traditional Christmas cake of the South.
That we stole from the Cubans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and all them Ickens.
Akins?
Yeah.
Or Well, I mean, considering that, you know, the closest you guys get to snow is pictures anyway.
No, that's not true for Tennessee.
We might not get as much as you guys, but
They don't mention snow skiing college.
yeah, we were talking about a German
Out here, the skiing
colony.
thing.
Wow, not Nevada has a ski colony. Like that's just because they got they're high up in the what's you
Some
call it?
dirt
The
skiing.
Wazoo's.
The air.
Reno has. Oh shit!
so your
What's this
answer?
flat stuff falling from the sky?
Jesus.
Ohio snow.
It's white. That's okay.
There you seen coconuts. All right. If you guys have snow, I know sure as shit you don't have coconuts. So we're call shenanigans.
Yeah, we're gonna call shenanigans on that.
Yeah, we're gonna call shenanigans on your coconuts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
It is absolutely true.
Oh.
Oh, she shows it.
My wife, or not my wife, my mom made coconut cakes.
I mean, is
all
there a
growing up.
difference?
Yeah. There is a big difference, trust me.
Hello, Grandma, wife, baby, daddy.
That's a southern joke.
Oh god.
Son of a bitch. No, it is true. My mom made coconut cake.
Oh God, I thought he was going to say it is true. My mom is my wife.
And I can't stand coconut cake.
That's
Why?
funny.
What is wrong with you?
He's not.
It's the same thing as like with the oranges and the stockings. It was expensive back in the day.
It was a valued commodity.
Yeah.
I got you.
God, Eric,
Ah,
your
okay.
name is no longer Eric. You need a nickname too. You're now named Stats.
That's
Stats. Dude just comes out of nowhere. He's like, yeah, it was a thing back in the era of depression or age of whatever it was called.
era of
What was
depression.
The
that?
era of depression.
See, clearly
Oh,
I'm not Stats.
I just got it all in my brain.
All two he looked up. He's got them in his brain.
I've gotten points on them.
All right, Fresco, you're up.
Rightio.
English.
I am going English, you see. Proper English, you see. Well,
Actually, hold on. Let me cut you off there. I got a little something for Eric here, Mr. Stats. Did you know that the English Americans speak is actually the Royal English from when England came to this country first, and our dialect of English is what the Royal Englanders spoke, and their dialect of English currently is what the poor English people spoke back then.
Yeah, they call it cognies. Fucking pikeys.
Damn,
Yeah, they got them cock all over their knees.
yeah, I was gonna say they use terminology and everything. I thought I was teaching them some shit.
Actually,
We do have the internet here.
well, yeah, but
You do?
actually,
hamster on a wheel.
believe it or not, I had an art scholarship to Australia, and before I went to Australia, I had to learn what's called the Queen's English because they use that over there.
Out of curiosity, Heart Scholarship, is that just when you are granted a scholarship by Pat Benatar?
Nope.
Oh, that
That's-
would be amazing. That would make a great story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't go. But they told me that was one of the prerequisites to learn some of that because of their dialect was a lot different than ours.
Okay, I have a legit question, actually. And this isn't for the podcast at all. This is for me.
It's about 8 inches. That's just for you.
Is Dollywood,
Always.
is Dollywood as good as everyone says it is?
Is there anywhere else? It's all right. I mean, compared to like Disneyland, it's not nearly as big.
Well, I didn't ask all that. It's not about the size. Am I right, Eric?
Don't tell Dolly Parton that.
No, seriously, is the food amazing there?
Yeah, pretty much all food is pretty damn good. We don't make a pound of rice.
Well, neither do we. Wait a minute. We debunked
I
that.
know.
They don't waste time with filler.
Yeah, filler. We deep fry our shit.
Oh, dear Lord. What am I doing in the north?
Exactly. If you come down here, you gain like 200 pounds.
I already live in the south then, apparently. Speaking of fat people, Fresco, I believe you're up.
Yes, Fresco is up. And speaking of fried food, every year in Puerto Rico, the families have the traditional patalillo cooking contest.
Oh, dear.
Now,
Please let this be true.
Because you're Southern, I will explain to you what a patalillo is. A patalillo is, you know what a pierogi is, right?
No.
Oh, my God.
You know what a
We say-
ravioli is?
Yes, I know what it
Okay.
is.
All right. So take the outer casing of the ravioli, all right? But instead of it being pasta,
It's crack.
it's a tortilla,
Crack tortilla.
okay? You put whatever meat or cheese you want on the inside of it,
Crack meat, crack cheese.
close the tortilla,
Crack tortilla.
press the ends down with a fork to seal it up,
Crack
and then deep
Actually.
fry it.
in crack oil.
When it's done,
Stop it.
you pull it out and you serve it.
I'm sorry.
That is a
Oh, that's a-
patalillo.
I thought this was a chimichanga.
Yeah. Isn't that
No,
like Taco
chimichanga
Bell?
is something
Taco
entirely
Bell
different.
says that shit.
No, in all seriousness, have you guys never had a batalillo? You do not know what a batalillo is?
No, we don't allow that ethnic
Dude.
cooking.
Say what you will. If I can't move somewhere where there's Pataleos, I'm not going.
Oh, they're here. They're here. They're just illegally here.
Because if I can go anywhere, I'm hoping that, you know, if I go to the south and I come from New Jersey, specifically South Jersey, maybe I can find a way to come up with a barbecue pulled pork Pataleo and just be in heaven.
Oh my god.
Right?
Get him?
I forgot what the question was. I'm hungry.
The question is it real or fake that they have a pataleo cooking contest every year?
Seems too easy. Seems fake.
Yeah, but they're lazy. It's a lazy tradition, so it sounds like it might work. We're really not this racist. It's just funny to say shit.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm gonna go with true for the reasons I've listed.
Just
If
so
it's
you
not
know.
partying and cooking, they don't want to do it, right? Oh, and fucking.
Just so you know, I'm going to edit out the part where you say we're not really this racist. Well, you should know that.
Fair enough. No
The
guest spot
answer is-
first.
Are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Fresco.
The answer is false. However, they do serve pataleos at the traditional Christmas dinner. They do not have a pataleo cooking contest specifically.
I would hope they still serve them. Those things are delicious.
I know, right? Oh god.
All right, and that will conclude round 3, and the score is now 6-7. Side splitter still up by 1. Which brings us to our third bonus round. Yay! All right, so in Sweden, there is
From Sweden, yes.
Anybody ever wonder what a southern Swedish person sounds like?
Like me.
Yerk.
Okay.
That's what I thought Sweden sounds like. I've seen it on the TV with the Muppets.
So, in Sweden, there is a Yule goat that is said to stalk the hills. And those who don't receive new clothes before Christmas Eve are said to be devoured by this mystical beast.
It's like Krampus's cousin, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like Krampus is like, you know, pet.
I just want to throw this out there real quick. I have to specifically go out of the way to look for things or to make up things that sound nothing like Christmas traditions spoken on podcasts that me and Eric both share a likening to. He knows what I'm talking about. I can't talk Black Pea. I can't talk Krampus. He knows all that stuff already. So anyway, Yule goat in Sweden stalks the hills, and if you don't buy new clothes or receive new clothes before Christmas Eve, you are going to be devoured by these mythical goats.
Sounds like an old world tradition.
Yeah, like, and I'm also seeing that, like, you know, that totally could, like, drive up sales and stuff like that. Be like, oh, we have a flash goat sale on all of our sweaters, and
Yeah, like I could definitely see
Time.
that.
I've seen Swedish girls and they didn't wear a lot of clothes.
well, it's all about context, man. Context.
Oh, that's right. Santa
Paying for your
converted.
mother's surgery. You know, you're gonna shed a few clothes. You know, if you care about a goat eating you, you're gonna buy a few. Context. True.
True.
Yeah,
We're going to say true.
We're gonna say true on our end.
All right, side splitters say true. What do you guys say, Eric, Jesse?
We call true.
True. Both say true. Both are wrong. In fact, it is Iceland that has a Yule cat that is said to stalk the Icelandic hills, and those who don't receive new clothes before Christmas Eve are said to be devoured by the Icelandic cat.
I thought we only grabbed pussies,
A
right?
cold pussy that takes your
Yeah,
soul.
we just grab them, right?
Oh, that's funny. All right. Anyway, so that brings us to round 4. And here's how we're going to do this. Since it's still so close, I am going to make this round the last round.
Good, because we're running out.
There's going to be this last round, and then the bonus question of this is going to be worth 6 points.
Holy shit.
All right? So, I'm going to start with side splitters, and you guys go ahead.
Okay. All right. For the holidays in Puerto Rico, they actually do not believe that Santa is the one that delivers the presents. In fact, the ones who do deliver the presents are multiple gift givers called the Los Reyes Magos, which arrive on camelback. And what kids want, if kids want presents, what they have to do is either leave a box or a shoe full of grass for the camels to eat, and then the riders of the camels will leave them presents.
What kind of crazy, fucked up religion do you have where they have camels in Puerto Rico? You know, I thought Jesus was bad, but you're growing camels in Puerto Rico? It's an island!
Oh, man. What? There's a lot of water there. Camels would love Puerto Rico.
No. But, Eric, what do you think? It sounds like some crazy drunk Mexican shit.
Shit that could be true.
Yeah, just like your freaking your pants goat over there.
Yeah. Would a Puerto Rican get so drunk he rode a horse and thought it was a camel? Is what I'm asking.
I've done it at least twice in my lifetime.
I've
Then
gotten
yes.
drunk with said Puerto Ricans before. All right, so you guys are saying true?
Are you saying true, Eric?
Sure.
Okay, side splitters, what's the answer?
The answer is absolutely true.
Ooh.
Shit. You guys are
Now,
fucking
hold
crazy.
on now. You see, it's funny you should mention Jesus, because the camels and the men riding them are the three wise men that were bringing their gifts to Jesus, which is why they're on camels.
In Saudi Arabia.
But they believe that since they have all passed on, or they're you know what I mean, they can still come and bring gifts from the other world.
Yeah, this actually celebration is called Three Kings Day in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
So wait a second. It's not only
Lost them again.
It's not only what? We missed that.
camels, but they're spectral camels. They're ghost camels.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I mean, yeah.
Oh shit.
All right.
I thought the part that would most confuse you guys is the fact that the gifts are shoved into a shoe.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen the South? We'll shove
Put fruit in a
gifts
sock.
anywhere.
Wait, hold on. Do you guys have shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
They're lodged in Northerners' asses. Wait, we lost that war, right?
All right.
No. You're just licking your wounds.
I gotta go tell the clan.
Damn.
Shit, you just got real.
Shit just got real.
No, I believe
Dial
he
from
said,
2 to 1,000.
Andy, I believe he said, shit just got real.
That's
But,
right.
you know, whatever. Anyway.
I've seen a colored movie before.
Yeah, it's called Wizard
Easy
of Oz.
with that color talk.
My
He was
TV
talking
is
about
colored.
Wizard of Oz. The famous Christmas movie, Wizard of Oz. Anyway, so you guys are up. Countdown to Geektown. What do you got for us? Well, for them, I should say.
In New Orleans, they have a tradition where they light Christmas bonfires. They build these flaming pyramids 30 foot high.
30-foot high bonfire pyramids.
We like to burn shit in the South.
Yeah, seriously.
Damn straight.
I've seen X-Men.
Have you never seen Gator Man or whatever it's called? Shoot 'em!
Swamp Man.
Yeah, that's it. See, you know it more than I do.
Yeah, but I bet you guys know Jersey Shore more than we do.
No, I didn't watch that shit. Fuck no.
Yeah, I didn't.
I've been there. I got all I needed.
Yeah, I only went as far as 8 episodes and I stopped. That was garbage.
I didn't see any of them.
Once you realize Suki had a penis.
He didn't see any of it. He lived.
I believe he said he lived it.
Yeah, it's amazing how much camel toe turns into camel knuckle like real quick.
Well, you guys believe in that shit, so go pray to Jesus.
All right. Whose turn is it?
But we have to answer,
Oh, okay.
and I 100% think that that's real.
I would also. I'm inclined to agree. I believe they would set some shit on fire.
Eric, Jesse, real or fake?
It is true. It's called the Great River Road. They burned between New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana!
Yeah, that place.
Islands.
All right, Fresco, you're up. What do you got for us?
All right. In Puerto Rico, if a family has a baby, a newborn child,
Just one.
no, hold on now, a brand new baby to toddler size in the family,
Okay.
that baby receives the most presents compared to everybody.
Like it has to. Like you have to go Christmas shopping for this toddler/baby.
That seems too legit.
It's a quiz.
I don't know.
Wait, make up your guys' mind. Camels is too far fetched. It has to be true.
Yeah, right.
Giving babies presents
Babies
is too real.
presents?
It has to be true.
Exactly. Because we do it a lot here.
What do you guys got?
Eric's bullshitter alert.
Bullshit. Call bullshit.
Answer?
It is in fact false.
It is bullshit.
Oh.
Screw babies and the homeless.
Because they have like 8 million, right?
That's Mexico.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. This
So
will
the Southern, they're all the same, right?
this will end all.
Your
be
words,
all.
not mine.
End all be all here. Need one from Eric. And wait, you guys already finished, didn't you?
Yes.
And you guys already finished in Side Splitters too, didn't you?
Yep.
So we tied?
All right,
Bonus
here's
round.
how we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna have a bonus round, but even if it's worth 6 points and you guys both get it right, so we're
Have
gonna
another bonus round.
Yeah, this is how we're gonna do this one. How do we do this one? I'll do two. Okay. One is going to be for Countdown to Geek Town. One is going to be for Side Splitters. Fair?
Okay. That works.
So we're essentially into overtime, yeah. And just like overtime, Eric, in football, you would know, the flipping
Wow.
coin has to happen.
They didn't use hockey in this. Oh, shit!
Man, if I can help it, I will never speak of hockey again.
Hey,
I don't
we have
get it.
Predators. Predators are pretty good.
Are we supposed to use hockey? I don't understand.
That's Northerners love hockey. Southerners love football, right?
No, son, we still like hockey. That's Canada. I mean, we still like football. That's Canada that likes
Well,
hockey.
you're basically Canada to us.
Basically,
You're
Canada.
basically
Yeah, and all you guys are basically Florida to us. Have you heard this?
Oh no! Don't you fucking dare lump us with Florida.
Florida's where everybody goes to die.
wow.
That's full of crazies.
Struck a nerve.
Struck a nerve on that one.
All right, since you guys got to flip the coin in the beginning of the episode, I'm going to let the Side Splitters flip the coin this time. However, I am going to
We
let
didn't flip shit. I protested it.
you called it, all right? But since you guys are still the visitors, I will let you decide what state the quarter comes from. I have Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Maryland, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania.
No Tennessee, did you notice that?
No southern states. You see how that is? Georgia.
Racist!
We're going
Right.
Georgia.
Georgia.
We're going Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. And do you want heads or tails?
That's not us to call, right? That's them.
No, that's you.
Oh.
No. I'm sorry. It is them. I'm sorry. You're right. Who are you guys? Side Splitters. You guys want?
You guys,
Would you rather get head in Georgia or tail in Georgia?
Ricans.
It's the same thing.
Same amount of teeth, right?
Exactly. Neither end has teeth.
And they smell the same.
And they smell the same.
Oh
that's
God,
right.
do they? Tails.
Yeah, tails.
Tails. We'll go with tails.
Tails. And it's heads. It is heads. Do you guys want the first story or the second story? Countdown to Geek Town.
Correct.
Do you want the first or second?
Let's take the second one.
You'll take the second one. That means Side Splitters goes first.
We're batting last.
All right. Team Side Splitters.
Sucks.
For 6 points.
That's one hand plus one.
Or no, I'm sorry. This is 5 points.
What the fuck?
No. This is
Ours is for 6.
This is some simple math, right? I thought that was
I had it in my head how it was going to work, but it's still not going to work that way. So we're just going to stick with 6 and see what happens. We're going to keep doing bonus questions until we get a winner. So
Jeff Foxworthy would be rolling on his sister if he could hear you talk like that.
in Ukraine, for 6 points, in Ukraine, they completely forgo the tinsel and the baubles and all the fun decorations of a Christmas tree that you typically get, and instead they decorate their Christmas trees with an artificial spider and web.
And where's this done at?
Ukraine.
As in Ukraine?
Sure.
Ukraine put spider on a tree. Not in Ukraine, maybe somewhere else, but not the Ukraine.
Show me on the map where Ukraine is.
Nowhere near Russia.
It's in the naughty part of Europe.
It's obviously not in
Naughty
Russia because they're
no-no.
taking their sweet ass time. What is your answer, Side
No.
Splitter?
Oh, good one.
We're thinking.
Yeah, we're thinking / smartphoning it.
Time's up.
Oh,
No, I don't
Time's
have
up.
one.
Time's up.
don't worry, they can't see their phone. They're not actually.
Yeah, fake. You
Fake.
Yeah, we're gonna say fake.
Going to say fake. That one is actually not going to be discussed until we get the answer from Count.
Jackass.
Boy.
You, sir, are a jackwagon.
Should have put pressure on us. That's
We
Fine.
concur.
No, not that one. You guys get a different one. Tell me if this one.
No, man, we concur you're a jackwagon.
Oh.
4-1, bitch. You're a jackwagon.
Oh, I never said I don't agree. Okay, in South Africa, the
really.
It's fitting. It's fitting. They're Tennessee and they get Africans.
you guys wanted the second story. That's all I'm saying. These ones were
South
all.
Africans are white. They're whiter than we are.
The delicacy is it's messed up. On Christmas Day, the locals in South Africa they tuck into the deep fried caterpillars of the emperor moth.
We call bullshit.
You call bullshit. Both of you call bullshit on both of these stories.
Yeah.
Both of these stories are in fact real, truthful stories. Which means we are going to another bonus round. Alright. This one's going to be fun. We're going to do the same format. Because Side Splitters went first last time, we're going to make Countdown go first this time.
Speak with American, goddammit. That was overplaying my southern. I don't really talk like that.
Sure. Okay, Countdown to Geek Town. In Catalonia, okay, Catalonians include the figure of the Caganer in the nativity scene. And the Caganer is a small figure of a defecating man.
Well, shit, we do that here. We go piss on nativity scenes and shit all over them.
No. They have a figure of a man taking a shit in the middle of the nativity scene.
What do you think? Do you think it's bullshit? Do you even know where Catalonia is?
Nope.
Can you point out Catalonia on a map?
I wasn't sure he was speaking English till halfway through it.
We're gonna go with no,
Call him bullshit.
even though everybody's got a shit, right?
Okay, calling bullshit. Now, on the
Literally man shit.
on the side splitters. We're going to stay with the same country. And Catalonians also have the Tio de Nadal, otherwise known as the pooping log, and it's decorated with a face and blanket. On Christmas Eve, the log is placed halfway into a fire and then beaten with sticks.
You're hitting a thing of shit? Is this what
So,
Mr. Hanky?
so, first of all, why am I not celebrating Christmas here? God, man, if I had a log, I'd beat it to death too.
That's what I do every day.
I mean, I do beat my log as regularly as I can. I just
like
never.
Dude, like a red-headed runaway slave.
I just wouldn't put it in fire first. But I totally believe the Catalonians would. I'm gonna say that one is true.
You're going to say that one is true?
Yeah.
Okay. Countdown to Geek Town says it's false. Side Splitter says it's true.
Who knows our shit stories?
Both stories are both, in fact, true. Side Splitters gets the win.
Woo!
How fucking convenient. They win on a shit story.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
And thank God, because I'm running out of stories. I legit had 2 left.
Wow.
I only had one more myself.
Oh my God. I
think we had like 2.
So I had, there's no cleaning on Christmas Eve in Norway. All brooms are safely hidden away in case they're stolen by spirits and witches, like evil spirits and witches. And I had Japan, thanks to a campaign in 1974, many Japanese families, yes, eat KFC on Christmas Eve. But I was going to
Damn it, I would have got that.
But no. I was going to change it to McDonald's.
No,
call
I
that
would have got
false.
it.
Right, but I'm just saying that's. I was going to leave Norway as true and change Japan since you guys were apparently answering the same every time. I'll fix them.
I had the Japanese one. Damn it.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's great. That is great. See how fun Christmas can be?
Yeah. Do you want to know the one tradition I didn't say yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to know. I would just love to know.
I said there is a tradition up in the mountains where their family or their Christmas ornaments don't hang on their tree because it represents their family tree and it doesn't have branches.
Wow.
That was a trick question. It's true, but we have no proof.
Wow, that is great.
Ugh. And just in case anyone's interested, my wife's family actually celebrates the hidden pickle in the tree.
Get you a pickle.
But
I know Lyle's job around Christmas.
It's to look for it, not to hide it. Actually, as you'll hear in the Christmas play coming up, that's where I got the inspiration for the has to wear the festive hat in order to decorate the tree. You'll know what I mean later. But anyway, that was fun, guys. I'm so glad we finally got a chance to do this.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
It was actually pretty funny, even though we conveniently lost to the.
Lost to legit the shit story too, which I appreciate the most.
We just don't know our people history as well as we do our Southern history.
You mean your racist history?
Well, tomato,
you were
tomato.
definitely You were quick to call with the Spanish bullshit though, so I was kind of impressed with that.
We just call it all bullshit here.
Yeah, right.
essentially,
Oh, no,
we didn't
camel
include
story, that's
any
real.
slave
Yeah,
traditions.
camels.
Yeah.
The magical, mystical camels. That was real.
We held off the slaves tradition.
God. Oh man. that will do it for this episode.
Don't let Andy talk anymore.
But before we go, we have a tradition ourselves here at Side Splitters, if you guys may or may not know. At the end of every episode, me and Andy here, we like to name the episode. And since this is the only part you guys partook in, I would love it if we could come up with a name based off of what we went through today.
Holy shit.
Where'd you have the
Fried
pickle?
racism.
What was it?
So where'd you
Southern
have the
fried
pickle?
racism.
Southern Fried Racism. Eric, what did you say?
I said, where'd you have the pickle?
Where'd you hide the pickle? What else we got?
I don't know. We went through so much.
I know, right?
Yeah, welcome to our life. Just know that editing is wonderful.
Gaston, the Greasy Gator.
And that'll do it for episode titled by our good friends at Countdown to Geektown, who everyone finally hears the voices of, because I know none of you went to listen to it. Gaston, the Greasy Gator. My name is Lyle.
And I'm Andy.
I'm Fresco.
I'm Eric.
And I'm the ghost of Christmas past, Jesse.
We want to wish everyone out there a Merry Christmas and enjoy the Christmas play.
Yep. Merry Christmas,
No,
guys.
make me.
In all seriousness, Merry Christmas.
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us. Who are you, Tiny Tim? You know that's a lie.
Isn't it against
It
your
might be
guys'-
just as lame.
Police Navidad, everybody.
You know what? And I'm gonna just throw it out there for all the liberals out there. Happy holidays, everyone, in case you don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fuck
Happy
you.
holidays.
Fuck you, boo.
Or just say Merry Motherfucking Christmas.
As a matter
There
of
you
fact,
go.
as a matter of fact, let's be on the up and up PC. Happy holidays if you celebrate any.
Okay, look, you can't be
Cross
PC
the
at
line.
the end of the episode.
Yeah, right?
Nobody's gonna get there.
They're still listening. I don't think they're listening anymore.
Yeah, you're trying to apologize at the bottom of the 30-foot grave we dug ourselves.
And now, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. I present to you, the one, the only, how the Grunch actually did steal Christmas. Enjoy. Our story begins in a small town called Botham, Wales, where a little girl is pondering something as her mother is tucking her in for bed.
What's on your mind, sweetie?
Why does no one ever invite the guy that lives on the hill all by himself to their Christmas dinner?
What would make you think such a horrid idea?
Why is it so horrid?
Mindy, no one invites him because he's not the festive person. He doesn't like Christmas for some awful reason, and he just prefers to be alone.
That's silly. Who would like Christmas?
The Grunch, that's who.
Why do you call him the Grunch?
So we don't get sued.
The next day, Mindy remembers the conversation she had with her mother the night before, and it's still bothering her. How can someone not like Christmas? Then she began to think maybe just her mother doesn't like him. So she began to ask around town.
Oh, terrible boy, that old Grunch. It was absolute nonsense.
Oh, nonsense.
Nonsense. You know he once shooed away a paper boy.
Oh, a paper boy, you say?
He's just doing his job. It's capitalism in its finest.
You know, I heard one day a dog walked into his yard. A dog, yes, and you know what he did?
Wait,
He kicked it right over the shrubbery, he did.
Right over the farm.
Right over the shrubbery.
Wait, we're talking about the thing with four paws and goes woof.
Yes, the thing with four paws that goes woof, and not my mother-in-law.
Oh, you are a treasure.
Oh, yeah.
How much time you got? First off, he stinks. Smells like weird fish and stale bread. And not to mention, why would I invite him to my holiday? Has he ever invited me to his holiday? Besides, I actually want to enjoy my dinner. And he's only happy when he's complaining. And he stinks. Why would you invite someone who can't hold his liquor to an open bar Christmas party? You see, I used to go steady with him. He was a charming boy. I did really like him, but he just became dreadful during the holidays, dear. And like I said, he can't hold his liquor, dear, and that can get messy. Finally, she had enough of the confusing stories and decided to find out for herself. So she mustered up the courage and decided to go to the house at the top of the hill. The outside was bare. No decorations or lawn ornaments. Not even the front porch was lit up. In fact, it was pretty dark inside from what she could tell. She finally walks along the driveway up to the doorstep and rings the bell.
For the last time, I don't want any of your damn cookies. Oh, hello, little girl. Answer remains, though. No cookies. If you're not here about cookies, then what can I do for you?
The Grunch stands all of 5.5 feet tall, hunched over a bit from what appears to be a bad back due to poor posture, thick lens glasses which look like they have undergone several repairs, dressed simply in slacks hiked up way too far, with suspenders to make sure they stay put, as well as a collared button-up shirt.
Why are the lights off?
You know, you're too young to understand this, but electricity isn't free, you know. Pretty sure you think it comes from magical unicorn horns, but it doesn't. It comes from money. Is that all you came here for?
I want to invite you to Christmas dinner.
Tell you what, little girl. Normally, I don't celebrate Christmas. But a free meal is a free meal. However, before I make that decision, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to complete 3 tasks and then come back to me. And then ask me again to attend your dinner. The tasks are as follows. Number 1, Aunt Peggy isn't going to show up to Thanksgiving dinner. I know her. After Thanksgiving dinner, I want you to simply ask her why she didn't attend. Number 2, simply don't wear your festive hat when helping decorate the Christmas tree. Just don't wear it. If they try to force it on you, bite them. And 3, help your Uncle Remus go shopping on Black Friday. It's an interesting experience. It's like running of the bulls, but redneck. And once you have done all these 3 favors, return to me, and then I will have my answer for you.
Mindy was so thrilled while leaving the Grunch's house that she began to think of who she was going to tell the good news to first. Then she began to think maybe it would be a good idea to have him show up as a surprise for everyone on Christmas. For the first time, the Grunch was going to be coming to Christmas dinner, and it was all because of her, and she could barely contain her excitement. Everything was going to be great. Right? Mindy Werler wasn't easily excited in life. She was used to the idea that things don't always go the way you want or even need them to. One time she even got denied a lollipop after a doctor's visit simply because some grown man before her demanded that he had the last one. She was barely fazed, though. She simply nodded her head and said thank you anyway. Above all else, she was always polite. She had a sense of how horrible the world could be sometimes, but she still made sure that she had a smile on with people that deserved one, and even thanked and apologized to people that didn't deserve it. However, no matter how dark or bright of an outlook on life she had, one thing that could never be ruined for her was Christmas. She loved Christmas, and it wasn't like she even had a chance to hate it, or even mildly disagree with it for that matter. This was because of her hometown of Botham, Wales, loved the holiday, and would shun anyone that felt otherwise. Forced or not, she did thoroughly enjoy Christmas, and really couldn't understand how someone could not like it. She didn't know of people who simply didn't celebrate because of personal beliefs or otherwise, because the town she lived in simply never allowed a thing to happen without repercussions. Like in the Grunch's case, the poor guy simply does not celebrate because he has a different holiday that he takes part in. However, the town doesn't see that as a legitimate reason, only as a possible excuse to avoid being festive. This is why Mindy was finally getting excited about something. She was going to prove to her town that anyone can enjoy Christmas if you approach them with enough kindness and warmth. Because that's what this holiday is all about. Togetherness, making new memories with friends and loved ones, and goodwill towards others. That is why she started towards her goal set forth by the Grunch as soon as possible. It was Thanksgiving night, and everyone was sitting around the dinner table, picking at the appetizers spread across the setting. Everyone, that is, except Aunt Peggy.
Mindy, why are you staring at the door?
Just waiting for Aunt Peggy to show up.
Mindy's mother knew her sister wasn't coming. She knew she was at her brother's house waiting for him to get home from dinner so they could start their Black Friday shopping and then begin their celebration. There was no easy way to explain that to the little girl, so instead she simply told her,
She'll be here eventually. Why don't you go and call first dibs on the wishbone? Me and you could do it later once it dries.
Mindy thought there was a reason why everyone knew that her Aunt Peggy wasn't coming, but she also knew that she wasn't going to be told by anyone except Peggy herself, who wasn't coming. So she had to let it go for the time being. Besides, she did like getting the wishbone, and if she could use this as an excuse to make sure she got it this year, she was fine with that. When she approached the kitchen, she could hear the turkey carver at work. I'll never understand how anyone could eat something called the dark meat. Oh, hey, Mindy. You here for the wishbone? I usually have a few wishes myself, but for some reason, there's always someone there to stand in the way of good people trying to make those wishes come true. Oh! That reminds me. I could use some help tonight if you want to come with me. Black Friday shopping is always easier when you have someone with you to help devise a plan. Normally, Mindy always kindly denies her uncle's request on other years, but this time it was different. This was one of the Grunch's requests, so she said yes. You will? Oh, that's fantastic. With the two of us, we'll be sure to get that perfect gift for your cousin this year. The two of them finished up their conversation and brought the turkey to the dinner table. Dinner was nice, even without Aunt Peggy. Of course, that was still on Mindy's mind. How did everyone know she wasn't going to be there except her? Then Mindy started wondering if she was ever at the Thanksgiving dinners before. Either way, she couldn't be bothered with it now, because after dinner was cleared, she knew it was going to be time to put up and decorate the Christmas tree. And this year, she didn't have to wear that uncomfortable hat. That was part of the Grunch's agreement, and she was an honest little girl. So dinner got finished, everyone cleaned up, and the announcement was made that it was time to start decorating the Christmas tree. Mindy rushed with excitement to the living room where everyone else was heading, but when all of the festive hat wearers started piling in, Mindy was getting some concerned looks from them.
Oh, this is my favorite part, getting ready to decorate the Christmas tree.
Yes, although if you catch my meaning, I know we are trying to put things on a tree, but there's quite a few things I'd like to take off from some people at here at this party.
I know you've got to be talking about Susan, my God, that sweater hiding that nice sweater meat.
It seems that decorating the tree has come after she smuggled the Christmas hats.
Oh, yes. Looks like someone took a ham, cut it in half, and stuck it underneath that blouse. Yes.
Oh, you're the height of too much.
Oh, I am, yes, decadent.
Hey, do you see that child not wearing a hat?
Careful with your voice, she'll hear you.
Oh, she won't hear me.
She'll hear you. Yes, she's a peculiar little girl not wearing her hat, but we should not draw attention to it. That is for her parents to worry about,
Do you think maybe she has the AIDS?
The AIDS? Why would having AIDS prevent a child from wearing a hat?
Well, because it takes all the hair,
But, no, you fool. That would be if she was wearing the hat. Then you could speculate she had the AIDS.
You know what the best part about decorating a tree with a hat on is?
What's that?
You don't get any tree crap in your hair.
I'm telling you, it's just nasty getting all the pine needles and the sap and everything in your hair. It's just terrible.
Yeah, that's what they did. I swear they get these things from, like, a depressed Christmas tree.
This is worse than Charlie Brown's Christmas tree.
Don't ever say that.
Well, it is.
See, you're only saying that because you never had a tree this nice in your house.
No, that's wrong. We had a tin tree in my house.
Oh, don't look. I said don't look.
Oh, sorry.
There's a child over there without a hat on.
Maybe she has the AIDS.
Guarantee. You see all these white folk in here? Decorating this here Christmas tree?
I'm Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. In my day, we had to cut our own tree down by hand.
Yeah, this is a store-bought.
There's a store-bought tree.
And you know what? You know what else is worth?
What else?
See this shit they're hanging on here?
Oh, please. Bells, popcorn, and stars, and angels, and shit. In my day, we didn't have that. You know what my mama did?
What'd she do?
She hung a 40 from the tree.
A 40?
A Colt 45.
Did she shed?
She drank it all. Only thing she shared was the bit she poured out for the homies.
Trifling. Oh, speaking of trifling, look at that little girl.
Oh, crazy little cracker don't know how to put on a festive hat.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with children these days. They're getting so stupid, they can't even put on a hat.
You know what? Her mama need to do? Take her out back and get a switch. Take it to her. Take that switch to her. She'll put that hat right on.
Yeah, they'll beat the Christmas joy into her.
Beat that joy into her.
Beat that little girl into joy.
Oh, enjoy your Christmas, little.
This kind of reminds me of that episode of Star Trek.
Oh, episode 604. Yes, I know the one you're talking about.
603.
Oh, it's 603. Are you sure it's 603? Because I'm pretty sure it's 604.
No, 507 was a two-parter that was technically one episode.
What does 507 have to do with 603 or 604?
You know what? Semantics, all right?
Semantics.
I can prove that I'm better than you at a later date. But for now,
This festive season has just really got me in the mood, you know?
Yes, and you know what's awesome is the fact that on the third branch from the top, they have actually the USS Enterprise Model 4.3.
That's 4.2. You're off by a point.
I am not off by a point. Look, I'll get up there and put it up.
Are you okay?
Why is that child not wearing her festive hat?
I mean, that was totally ninja the way you landed on your back, but I totally see your point. Children should be wearing hats during these things. Otherwise, it just ruins the whole thing. She might as well be like an extra from episode 702.
It was 703, you dingus.
Mindy dear, where's your hat?
I don't want to wear it this year. It's very uncomfortable.
Well, everyone, it seems someone got a bit of the Grinch's spirit in her this year. If you're not going to wear your hat, then you cannot take place in the decorating this year.
Mindy couldn't believe it. She didn't even think for a single second that simply because a hat was too uncomfortable, she wouldn't be able to make new memories with her family. Wasn't that what Christmas was about? Where does it say she has to wear a hat? These questions and more went through Mindy's head before she heard a voice break her concentration of negative thoughts. Ready to go? Oh, and if you don't mind, we're going to stop at my house first. Your Aunt Peggy is there, and I have to let her know that her services aren't going to be needed this year because I have you tonight. Mindy nodded her head and began to get dressed to go out shopping with her uncle. She thought to herself she would have a chance to talk to Peggy and ask her why she wasn't at dinner as well. Remus lived a bit off the beaten path. It was a nice-sized home for him and his son. Of course, his son was with his mother, Remus's ex-wife, until Christmas. So for the time he wasn't there, Peggy liked to keep her brother company, partly because she didn't want him to be alone, but mostly because he had similar tastes when it came to alcoholic beverages. Remus and Mindy approached the driveway and began to pull in when Remus noticed something was off. Mindy asked what was the matter, but Remus didn't respond. He just continued to squint while driving, cautiously slow, as if to suggest he was looking for someone on his property that didn't belong there. Just when Mindy started to become concerned, it seemed like Remus found what he was looking for. I knew it! Right here, Mindy. Mindy was a little concerned still, but she knew her uncle. She knew that he was extremely paranoid. Plus, she just seen what he'd seen. Peggy, you in there? Remus was concerned about his sister. He knew she was supposed to be in his house, but he was concerned with who he seen her in there with. Yes, dear, of course I'm in here. Why are you yelling? Peggy, I don't know if you realize this or not, but there may or may not be a personal terrorist sitting there with you. What are you talking about, dear? The only people in here are me and Branjeet. Branjeet? That sounds like a member of ISIS for sure. At least Al-Qaeda. Don't be ridiculous. He's as gentle as your beer. Now, would you come in here before you catch a cold? Why? Is he carrying biological weapons? Is he going to give me a cold as anthrax? Branjeet, please say something so that he knows you're harmless.
Hello, Remus. You have a lovely home.
Never thought one of you could say something like that about a home with an American flag hanging outside the front porch.
No, I love America, Remus, especially the freedoms you enjoy here.
Well, it's hard to argue with someone loving America for its freedoms. Remus started to settle down a bit and decided to go get Mindy. Of course, when he turned around, she was already walking up the stairs. She knew her uncle had a specific taste in other people, and she knew he would be calmed down by her Aunt Peggy, so she already started making her way to the house from his truck. Remus went to go get his truck and bring it all the way into his driveway, while Mindy decided to ask Peggy the question that was bothering her so much. Well, you see, dear, Thanksgiving dinner is always at your house. While I do love my sister, your mother, she doesn't always have the same beverage choices that we have at this house where we hold the Christmas dinner at. Your Uncle Remus, however, does. So I always spend Thanksgiving here to partake in his beverage selection while you guys enjoy your turkey dinner. Plus, I don't really care for turkey, dear. Mindy was stunned. How could someone simply not show up to a big holiday family event simply because they didn't like the food or drink available? Wasn't the point of holidays to be together with loved ones? Of course these thoughts were once again broken by her uncle stepping into the door. So, Peggy, can you tell me at least why you decided to bring Branjeet here anyway? Because he's going to be my date for Christmas dinner. At least, if he can pass my test, he will be. Pardon my ignorance, but didn't you learn your lesson from when you dated the Grunch? Sometimes circles go with circles, squares go with squares, and triangles go with triangles, if you catch my drift.
Excuse me, Remus, but who is this Grunch? And why is it that you refer to him as such?
That's simple, dear, so we don't get sued.
But why is it you will get sued for using a nickname?
Well, it goes like this. The Grunch used to go by the name of Ernest Finkelstein. Naturally, ever since grade school, we all made fun of him, calling him Ernest Dinkelstein and Stinkelstein and anything else you could think of that would go through the mind of kids. I guess he got a little tired of it because we were still calling him that well into our adult years. So he became a lawyer, big surprise, and legally changed his name to Ernest Grunchberg. He then told us that if we were to call him anything that wasn't his new name, he would be suing us for defamation of character or something similar to that. I've never played with a dreidel before, so I don't really know all the legal terms all that well. So, due to his holiday spirit, we started calling him the Grunch.
Then does this mean I am similar to the Tiny Tim character?
If that's the case, yeah, then I can already tell you're not going to pass another test of mine. Mindy was for the most part blocking out everything that was being said, as she was kind of fixated on the idea that everyone knew certain things were going to happen before she did. She started to realize that every year these things were happening, and no one does anything to change them. What kind of tradition is it to go somewhere because they have the best food or drink? What kind of tradition is it to not allow someone in on a celebration because they weren't wearing something that was uncomfortable? Seeing how terrible everything was going so far that the Grunch asked her to do, she was beginning to wonder how the last thing was going to play out when suddenly... Okay, Mindy, you all set and ready to go shopping? Mindy and Remus were heading to the store when he decided to lay out the plan to her. So all you have to do is go to the right of the store, and I'll go to the left of the store.
But aren't the games straight ahead?
Yes, but we can avoid the crowd if we get around them fast enough. You know, it's great finally knowing I'm going to be able to beat his mother and getting him the better gift this year. Mindy thought about that last part her uncle just said. Why would it mean so much to get the better gift than someone else? Isn't the act of getting a gift for someone good enough to show your goodwill towards others? Isn't that what this holiday is all about? They approached the store and started walking towards the front. Everyone was standing in place to rush the doors as they were opened for the Black Friday sales to begin. This was it. The doors finally opened up and the crowd rushed in. Mindy and Remus kind of let the crowd go ahead, and halfway through they put their plan in action. Mindy went to the left with Remus because she figured it didn't matter since the crowd was all going forward anyway. At this point, Remus reminded her that she had to go to the right. No, Mindy, you have to go to the right. That's where the hidden sales are. The crowd heard this and began following Mindy with their eyes.
Where did he say she was going? Did he say hidden sales? Get to the right, people! Follow that little girl!
Within seconds, Mindy had the whole crowd at her heels. At this point, it was no longer about getting there first. Instead, it was just outrunning the crowd to not get trampled. Then, suddenly, she felt her heels getting held down as if someone was giving her a flat tire. Someone even went as far as pushing her to the ground. Luckily, she was knocked to the side as to not be trampled by the rest of the crowd. Looking up for any sign of her uncle, all she could see was him looking back to see her looking up at him. Then, she thought she heard him shout the name of the game he wanted while running. That's why it's called Left 4 Dead, man! A few days later, Mindy was still trying to wrap her head around all of the holiday madness. Togetherness, making new memories with friends and loved ones, and goodwill towards others. That's what she always thought Christmas was about. Yet those three very things were just destroyed right before her eyes within 24 hours. Still a little sore from the fall she took at the store the other night with Remus, she didn't want to really walk around much, but she knew she had to talk to the Grunch. She pondered it a bit, and then decided to just bear the pain and go there.
Oh, it's you again. Well, have you decided you don't want me there after all? Or am I still getting a free meal?
I was hoping you would have me as a guest for your Christmas dinner instead, Mr. Gunchberg.
Oh, just my luck. No free meal, and I have to feed someone else. Oh, you're too expensive these days with your little children mouths eating all the children food. Oh well, I already told you I don't celebrate Christmas.
I know that. That's why I want to come here instead.
And like that, the Grunch could not imagine what she just went through with the task he sent her on. But he knew that she now seen the way Christmas is viewed by the majority of people now. It's not about goodwill, it's not about making memories, and it's not about togetherness anymore. Now it's just a price tag, recognition, and following rules no matter how meaningless they are. He agreed to her coming there, and the two had a nice dinner on December 25th, without an open bar, without silly hats, and without expensive video games. And most importantly, without a care in the world that it was Christmas. The end.